gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, The Pleiadian Priestess. Today, I have a juicy reading for you guys because we're getting into what will your future spouse look like. Well, you know you can't get into what someone looks like, at least on my channel, without getting into what they are like just in general. And then we got a little bit, well, for some groups, I don't really remember. I filmed this a few days ago, and it was like a very, I don't know. Like some were very emotional, some were, raunchy, some were, But anyway, yes, we got into what they're like, what they look like, and then what their relationship with you will look like and feel like if that came through during your reading. Don't go into it expecting nothing now, okay? Okay, manage your expectations. Let me stop. Anyway, we have 4 groups today. Very juicy, very good. I hope you enjoy all of them. If you feel called, and I tell you, if you feel called to more than one group, choose more than one, but keep in mind, these were all very different. And what I mean by that is, the looks, very different, but the vibes of the connection, you take whatever resonates for you, okay? If you do decide to choose more than one. So, you're going to choose the option that calls out to you the most, okay? Have fun with it, okay? First and foremost, have fun with it. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people at your reading. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 1, group 1, option 1, however you got here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about how attractive will your future spouse be? Okay, so this reading came about, I don't remember, but we're just going to get into it because I'm not on a time crunch, but work got cut out early because there's no power electricity here, so I'm like staying after to do a cute little quick reading. And if my phone starts dying really badly, I cannot recharge it, so I just want to get this over with. So how attractive will you find your future spouse, please? And I'm going to get some timeline from when you may meet them if you haven't already. So feel free to watch this reading if you have met them and see if it resonates. We have the Hierophant, we have Temperance in reverse, interesting. I'm hearing not your usual types. It's definitely somebody older than you, though, with the Hierophant energy. This person's like giving teacher energy. I'm hearing teacher vibes. They could have glasses. Like they're like a very maybe they could look like a bookworm or chic, nerd chic, something like that. I'm getting the glasses, the slick back hair, the curly, unruly hair. The best example I can use is when Chris Evans went on his most recent not book tour. What am I saying? This person could be a bookworm for real, okay? Or they read a lot of books or something like that. But yeah, he went on his they could write books. They could be an author. That would make a lot of sense. They have the author, the shy guy, the sweaters, and they wear the glasses, and they wear like the tweed pants or the shorts, or the slacks and the comfortable, maybe quilted sweater or whatever. It's definitely giving Chris Evans on his last or most recent movie tour. I forgot what movie it was for, honestly, but he was looking really scrumbly. His hair was longer and floppy, the glasses, the beard, just giving grown man sexy vibes, okay? That's what your future spouse or how attractive they will be. I do believe they are very attractive. They're already getting a Chris Evans reference. They're getting like shy book nerd, and then at the bottom we have the devil coming through. Very attractive energy, very tempting, okay? They could definitely have longer hair because each of these guys coming through at the moment have some form of long hair. Hierophant, Temperance, and then the devil. Okay, they could have abs, they could be very lean. Okay, I'm hearing Tom Holland as well, so that could be, yeah, it's giving boy next door, really sweet guy with a really good body, right? Sorry. I'm hearing your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So Tom Holland as Spider-Man could definitely be your person. But I know recently he looks really cut because he's been working out more and prioritizing his fitness. So this could be somebody who prioritizes their fitness. They're very strict, okay? They follow a specific food routine or something. They're very lean. So far, all these men are really lean. And look at how we have, this is like giving me the artist, the rough artist person or stereotype where they paint and they only wear this kind of shirt and the pants, and he is wearing kind of like slacks, right? And they have that one unexplainable tattoo that doesn't match their demeanor or their personality at all. They did it to be rebellious in their teenage years, you know what I mean? They never got any more because that's not their style. It's definitely like very skinny very skinny, very lean, okay? It's not giving bulky at all, or so far. So that's the kind of person you are calling in. I'm also hearing Chris Evans in Captain America, the first Avenger, when he comes out of that chamber and it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So this person does put a lot of stock into their health and how they look. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the Seven of Pentacles. They eat healthy. They can eat stuff that's only grown, Whole Foods. They can shop at Whole Foods. I'm hearing you can meet them at Whole Foods if you shop at Whole Foods. But this is definitely someone who they can grow their own food. Oh wow, the power is back on. A. So I'm gonna be able to charge my phone. See, I just have faith. But yeah, anyway, yeah, sorry. They grow their own food. They're very healthy, okay? They eat vegan, holistic, stuff like that. They could have a green thumb and just, you know, plant things in general. They could be a plant dad, okay? That's coming through. Look at how this person has like a little bulge in his arm, right? It's giving grown. It's giving, you know, not completely useless when they're too skinny, you know. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but you know, if you're a bigger person, especially I'm a bigger girl, as you can see, you need somebody who know how to, you know, throw it around a little bit, do a little this, do a little that. They can't do that if they're all frail. But some guys are, they look skinny and frail, but as soon as they do this, their muscles start showing, and I'm like, okay, I can do a little something with you, right? I'm done. But that's what's coming through for you guys, okay? They have a little something. Their looks can be deceiving. They have like a very prominent nose. For some of you, a really nice smile though, and really nice lips. That's something you're going to be very attracted to. But your person's getting very attractive, very mainstream, white boy kind of attractive. That's the energy coming through. Okay. That is the energy coming through. These are all guys, so these are mostly masculine energy coming through. You can also like their hands. You can have like very rough hands. This person could work a lot or like being outside and in nature, and they can be like a farmer, you know, archetype coming through as well, where they get up and they work with the land, you know what I mean? Then we have the Queen of Wands coming through. What does that sound? But yeah, we have the Queen of Wands coming through, and she kind of came out in reverse. So I do believe it's giving the energy of someone who's very outgoing, very fun, very loving, but they are very closed off when you first meet them, or very shy at least, okay? Because the Queen of Wands is giving someone who's attractive, but they may not know they're attractive. So you're going to be the lucky few who get the guy or the girl who is so beautiful or so hot or so cute and attractive, but they don't really know it, okay? Or they don't take advantage of it, or they don't boast about it, you know? It's giving how sometimes the guys who grow up being nerds, how they kind of move on and now they're hot nerds in tech and making all this money, but they still have the mentality of being that nerd in school that none of the girls or guys wanted. And now they're a baddie, okay? Now they're handsome. Now they're grown, okay? This is giving grown man energy, first of all. So they may look young for their age, but the Hierophant being the first card coming out, they said I'm grown, okay? You heard that? Remember that. Hear that. But yeah, they still walk around like they're the nerd in school. So you may have to kind of walk up to them or talk to them or something like that, because they're not looking at themselves as, oh, I'm so attractive, but they really are. With the Queen of Wands coming out, that clarifies it. The Temperance card coming out in reverse, they could have like really balanced features. They look very, I want to say cute. Like more than, oh my gosh, that person's so sexy or hot. They're giving cute. They're giving very handsome. They're giving boyish, but they're a grown man. Don't get it twisted. It's what I'm getting, okay? I'm hearing a Chad, a Brad, a Stanley, a hedge fund kind of kid, a frat boy. They could dress like that as well. And then some of you are getting an emo rocker with long hair and maybe headbanging and stuff, because these two guys are kind of giving me that energy. You know, it's really rough and gruff and not greasy, but you like that you know that style, okay? You know it. You know what I'm talking about. Don't make me sound crazy out here. That they look a little dirty, you know, but it's like they're still cute, right? Greasy, grungy kind of energy. So some of you may like that, and that's what you're gonna end up with. But then this guy is giving pure bona fide Chad. Okay, he's giving me this a guy. I don't know where you guys would know him from, but he was the the next door neighbor, no, he could have been, honestly, that guy could be coming through as well, because he was very sexy. In Station 19, the girl had a guy that she was, in the first season, she was knocking boots with, who worked at the station. I think his name was like Grayson or something. They would call him like Gray for short, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. And she was like, knocking boots with him, bumping uglies with him, and then she broke up with him for her ex/next door neighbor. And he kind of reminds me of the guy she was knocking, bumping uglies with at the station. So this person could also have like a fireman's build. I know all of them are not the biggest or brawliest or, buffest people around. They all they can hold you now. They can do some things, okay? Now, let's see what else is coming through. If you're watching for a female, they're definitely going to be giving an artsy vibe. That was coming through for the guys as well. They're giving an artsy vibe. They may have shorter hair, shorter curls, okay? A crop cut, a pixie cut is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing a wolf cut. If you're watching for a female specifically, shut up. She could be a melanated queen. She could be black or she could be brown. She could be olive skin tone, that kind of energy. So it's giving Middle Eastern, Greek, Indian, black, like I said already. She has some melatonin to her skin tone, okay? I'm also hearing racially ambiguous. So when you first meet this person, you may not know what they actually are. Because there's some people who are Indian who could pass as also Spanish or Hispanic. And some Hispanic people that kind of look more Middle Eastern, Indian kind of energy. You never know. And so they clarify that for you, okay? So it's definitely getting racially ambiguous here with you guys. But they're definitely life of the party. They're very fun. They're very cute. It's like what I'm saying. If they're a girl or a guy, they're very cute, okay? But they also have a maturity about them. Why did I put this in reverse? Okay, now I want to get a card from this deck here to see what comes through. At the bottom of the deck, we have Mahatvatar Babaji, Soul Expansion. I don't know why I felt called to him. He's kind of giving me the long hair, olive skin tone. For you guys, that is coming through as well. For my women watching for men, we have white boys coming through. And then we have Indian, Middle Eastern, Italian, Greek, people with those olive, darker, skin tones is coming through as well. So you're getting the whole gamut of looks, but this guy is definitely giving this guy here. They kind of look like to me, dark hair, nice smile, very skinny. It's not giving bulk or muscle mass, a lot of muscle mass, but your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So their soul's a very expansive soul. He looks very gentle, very gentle. So this person's gonna be very gentle. I am getting a very quiet, I do my work, stay to myself kind of demeanor with this person. And it could come off as shy, but they really aren't. Okay, now let me get an actual card from this deck. What will their future spouse, how attractive will they be, what they look like? And for a female, we have a female coming through. We have Mary Magdalene. So big eyes, okay, big brown eyes or otherwise. But I do think brown is the consensus for both parties, the men and the women. Oh, this guy has blue eyes, but they're very, very, very dark, borderline brown eyes, okay? So this person can have an olive skin tone, dark hair, but light eyes, blue, dark blue eyes, okay, coming through here. That's a really cute combo. And here we have someone with dark brown hair and beautiful, big, glowing, I'm hearing orbis, glistening brown eyes. So Mary Magdalene. And a teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So this person is definitely a spiritual person. Okay, if you wanted to know that. They're very spiritual. And I do believe they teach people. Okay, they could teach spirituality. They could teach people to lean into their spirituality, right? Because we have the soul awakens or expands. And I love how I combine these two cards. This is soul expansion. This is teacher awakens. I'm soul awakens. No. Maybe they awaken your soul and that's something that you find immediately attractive about them. But this person is very attractive, I would say. Not Chris Hemsworth, Idris Elba kind of attractive. Not the gruff, manly, muscular, this person's gonna turn me every which way but loose kind of attractive. This person's a more subtle, more shy, more demure, kind of attractive. The teacher, the author, the poet, you know, the artist kind of energy. And you know how people sometimes in movies they have like those Parisian poet guys with the hat on and the black turtleneck shirt and the slacks, and they have like the weird like handlebar mustaches kind of energy. I'm also hearing twink for some of you, so that could be coming through. If it's for you, you know what I mean by that, okay? If it's for you, it's for you. Okay? But anyway, Mary Magdalene, yeah. Someone who's very, very, very pretty for my girls. If they're female, they're very beautiful. They have plump lips, really good bone structure. Okay, they have nice eyebrows, and their eyelashes are very, like, prominent is what's coming through. So if they have, like, if they're not wearing mascara, if they are wearing mascara, their eyelashes are just, like, boom, in your face, okay? They also have nice skin. It's something that's coming through as well. They have, like, a really big heart. They could look really good in red and blue, or those could be their favorite colors, okay? But yeah, this person is definitely someone who has like a lot of knowledge and they share it, so they could be a teacher for real. And I was saying that as well before even Mary Magdalene came out, so that's coming through. Now let's get some dice to see what else comes through for your person and what they look like. This person may not be able to grow a beard. They're going to stay like fresh and smooth face for the rest of their existence. I'm hearing for the rest of their days. If they do grow a beard, it's going to be very patchy, or it only grows on their upper lip is what I'm hearing. But this person, yeah, they're not the best with growing facial hair. And that's fine. I'm hearing some of you, this person would like to take on a bad boy persona, or they could have been a bad boy, turned good boy. How attractive is the future spouse, please, sir? The dice will really tell me. We have the sun, yeah. A very round face. Very attractive, though. A very attractive individual. And very masculine. So I do think because they could come off as, like, really skinny, that people take them for jokes. But like I said, they're saying they're all man, okay? Why do I keep putting the freaking Hierophant in reverse? Stop playing in my face. They could be really tall as well. It's giving tall and lanky. Tall and lanky. Some of them may not be like frail. Frail, like I said, with this guy here, there may be a little bit of muscle mass, but nothing too extreme. Like I said, it's giving like a, what's his name? A Tom Holland, where he definitely, if he were to do his hand like that, it's giving muscle, right? But it's not something that's like boom, 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 stacked, right? Okay. Now we have Pluto transformations. They do have an intensity to them. So it may be their emotions that are very intense, or they feel a lot or feel very deeply, okay? This person could, I heard a little bit toxic. They could have been toxic, or they are a little toxic. And I feel like, okay, thanks for telling us that. But with Pluto is like a very harsh, you're going to learn some lessons kind of person. So they could be like very strict, no nonsense kind of person as well. Even though they look innocent and very like somebody would take advantage of, they don't play those games. They don't play games when it comes down to it. With the sun and Pluto coming through, they're like a very intense. I'm hearing their energy packs a punch. So even if they don't look like it, they will feel like it. Okay, okay, heard you. Here we have Aries, so like very masculine vibes coming through, especially if they're female. I do believe they may lean more towards masculine tendencies, you know, being very assertive, very outspoken, don't tell me what to do, bossy kind of energy, you know. And Queen of Wands is very much that. So that makes a lot of sense. They attract a lot of attention. They love getting people to do what they want. So they kind of like to be in that boss mode, okay? Yeah, definitely for this person. Aries, their face is prominent. Their face. Their head and their face is what's coming through for this person. For Sun, Leo, hair is going to be very important for this person. So their hair is very attractive. For, like I said, Aries, their face is very attractive. For Pluto, which is Scorpio, Scorpio is the genital organ. So this person can be like, you know, like I said, if they tall and lanky, it's giving BDE, but you don't even know it. You would never guess. But I've heard that it's the skinny guys that be packing, okay? So this person may seem like, okay, shy and meek and quiet, but once they get out of their shell around you, it's over. It's giving kinky. It's giving throw you over my shoulder. It's giving throw you over my lap and spank you if you acting up. That's the Hierophant energy. It's giving daddy grown man vibes, okay? This person may definitely stimulate your mind, like a very stimulation of the mind is very important for them. So they look smart. They have like their eyes are also important. Their eyes can look very sharp and intelligent. I'm hearing full of mirth, so that their eyes can laugh at you, even if their like face and mouth isn't. That's cute, I feel like. But yeah, Scorpio energy. They gonna. I'm hearing they gonna SCX you up. Felt that. Here we have 6th house, so we have Virgo coming through. Okay. So they could have a little bit of a tummy, okay, or they could have like tummy issues because Virgos are known for that, but it rules over the intestines and the nerves. I do believe the Virgo does rule over in some way, shape, or form. So they can be like very nervous, very skittish, very anxious, okay? This person could like can form attachments very easily because I was hearing anxious attached. That could be something coming through for some of them. I'm hearing undiagnosed anxious attachment. So they may not know they're anxious attached. Whatever that means. They have that. I know what it means, but I'm like, how do you say it as a verb? This person may not know they get attached very easily, okay? Or they may know. Who knows? I'm pretty sure you would know if you get attached easily. But they may try to deny it, okay? But with the Hierophant, they're definitely giving studious, good girl, good boy, I follow the rules, but they definitely don't on the inside, I feel like. Here we have Libra. If you can even see it, but you probably can't, apologize. My light is out there. Libra, for the looks, I don't even know what Libra rules, honestly. If Scorpio is a genitalia and Virgo is stomach, where is it in between? Like, what does Libra rule? Hold on. Okay, so it says the lower back, but I will give the whole back, okay? So if they're a female or a male, their back is very attractive. They could also have like a, what do they call it, a lower back tattoo or back dimples that could be coming through. I think it's called like a tramp stamp, but yeah, that could be coming through. Their back is very attractive. And you know, sometimes let me play okay, I'll play too much, but anyway, like sometimes men, like when you look at their back, they have like two little like columns leading down their back when it's like very defined and it's like very attractive. So that could be something coming through, okay, for this person. But it also says the kidneys and the liver for Libra. So I'm like, okay, that's also giving tummy area the way Virgo is giving. So that whole area, you know, maybe their abs, like I said, could be coming through with tummy, or lack thereof, okay, or their back. So that whole region there, okay. Okay. These images need to leave me alone. I'm hearing hitting it from the back. That could be important for these men coming through for you guys. But here we have 9th house. And I was going to say booty. It was coming through for you guys, but I didn't want to say it just to say it. But sometimes I'm just going to, you know, whatever comes through is coming through. 9th house is Sag energy. Is it showing properly? 9th house right there, right? Yeah, 9th house is Sag. And Sag is the hips, the thighs, and the badonkadonk, okay? So for my females, they have nice hips, nice thighs, and nice badonkadonk, okay? For your future spouse. Their lower back could also be very attractive as well. The back, leading the back arch. Ooh, I heard the back arch. But yeah, like when they get it from the back, that's what I was getting. That visual, your man, your woman, whatever is going to love that angle. Or that little slope of the back. Like I said, some men have like two muscles or lines. I don't know what to call it, but leading there. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Okay. But yeah, lips are definitely coming through as well. Very attractive lips. A very attractive smile is definitely what I'm getting. I think I said that already with the tongue. A very attractive tongue. Interesting. But I meant to say with the Hierophant because he's cheesing, you know? Like their face is giving cutesy, approachable, but their energy is giving F off kind of vibes, okay? But anyway, yeah. Let's get into... So how attractive are they? Very attractive. Definitely above average for this person, but like a very cutesy kind of way. I'm hearing y'all won't be complaining. Okay, heard you. Y'all won't be complaining. Now let's get a timeline. So when will they meet this future spouse, please? Spirit, this future spouse. Sometime around your birthday. Sometime around your birthday. That's really cute. When will my group ones meet this future spouse? Bro, relax, 10. And that's it. We're not taking too many. It will happen right before the summer months. Right before the summer months. So if you're watching this when I post it, that's pretty soon, or right now, actually. And if you watch my other reading about the next lover you'll be with, when I asked for a timeline, some was like giving 3 weeks and but in the next month and kind of thing. So you could be meeting this person pretty soon if you watch our other reading, because right before the summer months is like the next few weeks. Okay, then we have, there is a blockage you are not aware of. Identify it, then come back and ask at a later time. So some of you could still be dealing with some blockages when it comes to love or relationships. So the time may be a little longer for you, or you have to confront those blockages, clear them out, and then it will happen before the summer months or sometime on your birthday. And the last one we have is you are experiencing fear with the thought of change. Eliminate the fear, and the time frame is within half a year. So 6 months. Some of you, your birthday could be in 6 months. But for some of you, it's right around the corner because it will happen before the summer months. For others of you, there's a blockage and it may take a little longer, but no longer than 6 months is definitely the vibe that's coming through here. With the right before the summer months, whenever your birthday is, it's not even giving a year at all. So this is not that bad. But there is a blockage you're not aware of. Identify it, then come back and ask again at a later time. So that's some advice for you guys. But I'm gonna give you a reading right here. I hope it resonated. And then at the bottom right here, what I'm looking at, I see before the holidays. So before the holidays. Sorry for the school bus outside. They're not pulling up because school's about to get out. But yeah, before the holidays is coming through for you guys. So I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. They could also have like a very bulky forehead. Is what I'm hearing. A big forehead, a square forehead, a broad forehead. Because in this picture here, it kind of looks like his forehead is overtaking his eyebrows, you know. So a big forehead. Okay, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I'm done. But yeah, I hope it resonated. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 2, group 2, however you got here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about how attractive will your future spouse be. Okay, how attractive will they be? And yeah, let's get straight into it. Feel free to watch the video if you've already met them and you just want to confirm. Also, at the end, I'm going to be getting some time frames for you guys to see when you may meet this person. I forgot I had time frame cards and I kept them in my bag, so I'm like, why not just add that little perk at the end if you stay to the end anyway. That'd be a little incentive for you to stay towards the end if you want to know when you'll meet them. But yeah, how attractive will your future spouse be? For my group 2s, please, for how attractive will their future spouse be? Well, we have the 3 of Cups. So this person may have like a smirk, a playful energy, or a playful air about them. I'm hearing devil may care, good looks, or devil may care, smirk, and demeanor. The vibe is coming through the 3 of Cups here. So far, I'm getting a vibe of this person. Oh, we have another 3 coming out. We have 3 of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. So yeah, it's definitely giving bad boy vibes for you guys. For this person, your future spouse. No one is saying they're an actual bad boy, but that's the energy they're giving off with their looks, okay? So when I think of bad boy, I think of, you know, naughty eyes. I'm hearing like styled hair with like gel or jam. Or what do they call it? I forget. I'm not a man, so why am I worried? The thing they use for their hair to make it, you know, go in a specific direction. This person cares about their looks. And that is not a problem. But it's given they want to look good for somebody. It could be themselves or other people. So the fact that they're putting time and effort into how they look, it's a little bit problematic because they could be trying to purposely woo and sway women, right? You know? So this person could have like a bad reputation for whatever reason. It could be unfounded. It could be founded. Who the heck knows? But we're not worried about that. We're getting into what they look like. They look like a bad boy, okay? I'm hearing like Tom Hiddleston. They could have like that low-key vibe about them where he's always like smirking and like the dark hair, the pale skin, vampiric. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Maybe Edward Cullen. I don't know. I'm hearing this person could have green eyes. There's something unique about their looks that is not very common. I'm hearing you don't meet a girl or a guy like them every dynasty. So there's something about them. I know green eyes are very rare. Okay, I'm also hearing hazel eyes, behind these hazel eyes. Sober by Pink is coming through as well. But I thought it was going to be behind these hazel eyes. Behind these hazel eyes. Those songs sound very similar now that I'm thinking about it. Behind these hazel eyes. Anyway, Behind These Hazel Eyes by Kelly Clarkson is coming through. And it's, you know what's crazy? Now that I'm thinking about it, I always get their voices mixed up. Especially with Kelly Clarkson's newer stuff. She gets like very growly and belty. Not that she wasn't always belty, but it's like taking on a growl form when she gets like in her higher register. And I'm like, it's like some grit coming through. And I'm like, is this Pink? And then I look and it's Kelly Clarkson. I'm like, wait, since when did they start to sound similar to me? They're very different vibes and aesthetic. But you see how Pink is giving bad girl and Kelly Clarkson's giving like very good girl, you know? Cookie cutter kind of pop, and then Pink is giving like really gritty, you know what I mean? So that those could be two different, you know, aesthetics coming through for your person or energies, right? They're really sweet on the inside, but people think they're like very like gruff on the outside, their exterior. But yeah. So hazel eyes, green eyes could be coming through. There's something about their appearance is like very unique. Something striking that, you know, stands out. It can be a few different things with the Seven of Cups coming through. They have different options when it comes to that. Things that make them attractive. This person could wear hats, have like very shaggy, scruffy hair. This person could have like a coarser or curlier texture hair. If they're of the Caucasians, let me stop. I'm trying to sound funny. I just feel like I sound problematic. Let me stop. If this person's white or Caucasian, they could have curly hair, okay? There's a texture to this person's hair, because the texture to all of these three women's hair in the Three of Cups, they all have texture. So it's coming through as like a ginger, we have a blonde, and then we have curly, you know. Ooh, I'm hearing she's an American beauty. I'm an American psycho. She's an American beauty. I'm an American psycho. That song's coming through. American Psycho by Fall Out Boy. So this person does look like unruly, unkempt, or well put together. I think they kind of maybe toss it up most days. If they're at home, they're looking homeless. If they're outside, they're looking well put together. It's kind of what I'm getting. Business casual is what I just heard as well. Interesting. For some of you, this is a very distinct vibe of like gelled back hair, and those people who are like very preppy clothes, and they have like the sweater tied over their shoulder, that kind of thing, old money vibes, or they may not be from old money, but they dress that way. That's the kind of vibe coming through for your person. If you are giving, or you're watching for a female, it's definitely giving tweed, schoolgirl. It's giving like the Chanel tweed, like not jumpsuits, but tops and bottoms, right? That's old money vibes. And then the sheath of pearls or gold or, you know, diamonds kind of energy. This person definitely dresses up, and they have like very different styles. They don't want to choose one aesthetic is what I'm getting. That's what the Seven of Cups could definitely mean. They don't like to choose one aesthetic. There are definitely a lot of different things here. Three of Cups is also like having options, right? Three of Cups is friendship vibes. This person will give a very friendly or too friendly demeanor or vibe to them. Or it gives doesn't work well with others, is what I just heard. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, is giving doesn't work well with others. So bad boy coming through once again, okay? Or maybe they used to be one and they're reformed, but they still have their leather jacket. I don't freaking know. Take what resonates. The Hermit. Someone's like very closed off. Interesting. In looks, maybe. They can wear all black is what I'm hearing. Of like very like somber. So we're just gonna go with emo here. With the Seven of Cups, this person's wearing like one of these hats. I don't know what the word for the hat kind of hat this is, but hats. This person could be balding and they wear hats to cover that up. But obviously this guy here in the card has a full head of hair. So this person could have a full head of hair. I do believe you're feminine or masculine, or this person you're watching for, a future spouse is feminine or masculine. They have a full head of hair. But they could just wear half just because, okay? I'm hearing it's a creative choice, okay? Go off. Here we have Queen of Cups. This person could definitely have colored hair, and it's coming through wavy once again. So waves, curls are coming through predominantly in this pile. Waves or curls, okay? But there's some form of texture to their hair. For some of you, if you're watching for a female, they have colored hair. Even if you're watching for a guy, they could have colored hair. I'm hearing jet black hair. I'm hearing maybe piercings could be coming through as well. They like to wear jewelry. So it is definitely like punky, emo-y, alternative-y kind of vibe this person could be rocking with. They dye the hair, they have the piercings, they wear the all black, they wear the leather, they wear the chains, that kind of, they wear the boots, the Doc Martens, the combat boots kind of energy. Others of you, they wear more colors, but it's definitely giving like covered up or just regular like t-shirts and things like that. But it gives a switch up energy here. I'm hearing cosplay. Sometimes they may cosplay or they like anime and they could go to conventions where they cosplay. I'm hearing you could meet them at a anime cosplay convention if that's what you go to. We have Ace of Swords in reverse. And look, a piercing coming through. A nose piercing. So at least they could have a nose piercing. But I was getting all sorts of kinds of piercings that don't have anything to do with the ears, okay? So like out there piercings. Now, with this coming through in reverse, they may have like I don't want to say it. Like, maybe like, I'm hearing like, how can I describe it? Like dead eyes, where you don't think there's anything going on behind those eyes, you know? And it's funny how I was talking about behind these hazel eyes. Wow. This person have like a very somber, sober, emotionally unattached or emotionally unavailable kind of energy, emotionally detached and emotionally unavailable vibe. Like you look into their eyes and it looks like nothing is there, right? And you want to kind of get behind those eyes. So this person's eyes could look very deep, or it doesn't really show much. Because with the Ace of Swords in upright, it would be there's like a lot going on behind there. It's like a waving staircase of thoughts, and you want to know more about it. It's coming out in reverse. It means there's something like off about their appearance or their eyes is what I'm getting mostly. Very interesting. And then here we have the Three of Wands. So you have 3 threes coming through. So 333, this person is very creative with their looks. So it's not giving, for some of you this person could, but there's something about them, like I said, that stands out in their appearance. The colored hair, all the piercings, maybe a lot of tattoos, maybe their eyes always look like there's nothing going on behind them, very dead look. I'm hearing cold fish. This person like very stern, and it is giving Hermit, because Hermit came out for them, right? You have the Hermit, and then the Three of Pentacles in reverse is giving you doesn't work well with others. So you have an appearance that says leave me alone. You know, I don't know how, like a harsh, mean, hard, cold kind of look to them, this person. Maybe overly like clinical as well. But a Three of Wands is definitely giving me maybe finding their style. They do have long hair for you guys, because we have that coming through in every card so far. But like I said, there's like a texture or wave to it. This is the only card so far that's come out where there's like no dramatic waves. But for others of you, this is like giving like a regular person on the side of the street. And I don't know how to describe that, because first of all, we're getting a lot of women. So for some of you, you could be watching for a woman and they have like a very eclectic style. They love to change it up. So far, these are the only 2 cards that have men in it. So this could be my predominantly feminine, you know, femme on femme, you know, that kind of energy coming through. But here we have like a very regular dude, a regular shirt, a regular white man kind of energy, right? Nothing special, nothing standing out about him. This person could wear watches or bands, okay? This person may not even know their style. It's definitely giving, what is it called? The $1 Million Baby, where it was a trend on TikTok using that song where the white men would be transformed by their black wives. And before, they had no style. They were very bland, very tasteless, right? No offense. And they had a black wife, and as soon as they had a black wife, she transformed them, okay? If you're watching for a female, they already have their own style available. They could be like a surfer, you know, very go with the flow, cool chick. You know, maybe a little bit hippie for some of you. Their hair is always loose. They don't really do much to their, like, appearance. They just wake up, they want stuff and leave. Others of you was giving a little bit of a rich air. That could be another aesthetic of theirs. Others of you was giving emo, punk, alternative vibes. Others of you is giving like very free, loving, flowy clothes. So this person could, like, you know, move between those 2. And then here it's definitely giving pajamas, staying at home, wanting to be comfortable vibe. So this person chooses comfort over beauty for one of their aesthetics that's coming through. But in these 2 cards, giving a regular bland, like I said, no offense, sorry, white guy. Putting on a regular t-shirt in the color of a regular brown, a regular blue, a regular green, a regular black, a regular white, and some jeans, and they're walking out the door. They're not really doing anything to their appearance. And they could, you know, think a lot about it, and it bothers them, and they don't really know how to dress or what to do. And that could be something you come in and help them with if you're the more stylish of the 2, which I would feel like you are. This person could like give like alcoholic or like drugged out or something. They may give that vibe off. They just get up, throw on their clothes, and you're just like, did you take a shower today? Did you comb your hair or brush it? And they're like, no, not really. Oh, okay. You know, that's kind of coming through. They look like they stink, is what I just heard. That's crazy. Do not use me for such messages. Wow. But I don't think they actually do. Like I said, they could be struggling with their, trying to find their vibe or aesthetic, especially if they're masculine presenting or a man, okay? The girls, they got it on lock. They love to accessorize. They have the piercing. They have the colored hair. They wear like stuff maybe on their forehead. They can wear the stickers on their forehead, or the gemstones to kind of elevate a look. Okay, they can wear makeup. For the girls, they come through. They're wearing what they want to wear. It's flowy. It's you know, they can move in it, breathable kind of energy. For the men, it's giving, get up, throw on some clothes, and head out the door. They're not putting, like, you know, and I said the opposite in the beginning, right? I'm like, this person puts time into the looks to get people. I do believe when it comes time to wanting to get someone or wanting to woo someone, they're putting effort into their appearance, but they're not sure what to do. So they're going to be trying out a bunch of different things right now to figure out what their vibe is, right? Very interesting energy coming through for this person. Let's get some more cards from here. How attractive are they? It's giving mid for you guys, with room to grow and elevate, because they just need a little bit help, a little bit of help finding their style and dressing better, or wearing clothes that look good on them, or finding the right size even, you know. We have Mercury. This is a very attractive guy though, but it's kind of giving him, and he's very attractive as well, but the clothes, the style, the fashion choices are giving mid, but they could look really cute. Like I said, it's giving a regular white boy, right, for you guys. I'm not seeing any melanin on the board except for with this lady coming through right here. She's giving, you know, melanin and then curly hair and darker hair, but everywhere, everyone else in the spread is coming out as a white person on the cards. So I'm not really getting cultured, okay? It's just giving bland. They had come from a rich family and decided to rebel against their rich family, or they grew up in a hoity-toity household and they rebelled against that because they didn't really want to go along with that, which is why the tweed and the expensive stuff was coming through. Maybe they wear that when they have to go visit their family, but when it comes to them being on their own, they wake up every day, put on a regular stale t-shirt, regular pants, I'm hearing even sweats, and they head out. Very interesting. Others of you, this person could be a nurse and they try to switch up their scrubs. I just got that vibe. But they're very much, well, I'm going to stay at home and mind my business. I drink water and mind my business. This person is drinking water and minding their business. They're not worried about that. But when they do want to put on, I'll put on for my city, on for my city, put on east side, put on west side. Let me stop, I'm done. When they do want to put that thing on, they do. Or try to. So it's not that they don't want to dress up, they just don't know how to, right? It's the vibe coming through for this person, which is why they're coming through like indecisive. You see them, you're like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be punk? Do you want to be mid? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be this? Can you pick one? And they're like, I don't think I will. And I love that for them, because don't tell them what to do, guys. What you mean? But it could be a little confusing when you first meet them, which is like, why are you pairing that hat randomly with that shirt that doesn't go together? And they're like, it makes me happy. Mind your business. Do I tell you how to dress? Okay. But you may get up in there a little bit after like marrying them and try to judge them up a little bit. Because, you know. But anyway, yeah. I'm done. This person could have nice lips, really nice lips. Or really like thin face. They could have really, really, really nice eyes. And I think I said that already. Green eyes. Yeah, their eyes. There's something striking about them. It could be their eyes. That's the thing that kind of draws you in. You're like, okay, it's the potential you see in them is what I just heard. This person, you're like, they have potential, eh? I can get with this, right? So like I said, this person's like giving average with room to improve them. They'd become above average if they just dress better. We all have that one friend, boyfriend, lover, family member that we're just like, can you get us together? You would look so bomb, but they don't want to listen. Some people are open to criticism. Some people are stubborn, okay? But anyway, this person looks very lean or a little, just slightly muscular in body tone. For my females and masculines, they have like a little bit of muscle to them. Because in all these cards here, we have like a lean woman coming through, but she's a little bit of muscle definition. So that means she works out. I feel like if you're here for a woman, if you're here for a man, he works out as well, or just like naturally, you know, limber with a little bit of muscle definition. They can have hairy forearms as well. That's attractive. So like I said, there's potential. They can have like a very straight nose as well. Something going on with their nose. And this is like definitely giving straight nose, like straight down. They could be slightly tan for if they're a man. If they're a woman, it's definitely giving more lighter. Or like light brown, if that makes sense in skin tone, if you're watching for a feminine energy, because it was coming through in this card here, which is like light brown with like dark hair, and then everybody else is like white or white passing. This person could be white passing, ambiguous. But yeah, open communication. You guys have Mercury. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. This person could have a hard time expressing themselves, a little character trait coming through. But they have good muscle definition. I do feel like this person does have good muscle definition. It's like the guys who like have the abs or the shadow of abs, but they don't work out. They're naturally like that, you know? That's the vibe coming through. They have natural muscle definition. They don't really gotta try very hard. Okay, that's coming through. Okay, let's make this a little straighter. Here we have Mother Mary. Makeup is definitely a thing if you're watching for a female. Makeup, you know, getting dressed up is a very big thing for this person. Even if they're all natural, they look really good naturally. And so do the guys. They look good naturally, right? But it's not so you're going to stop and be like, oh my gosh, look at how they're dressing. For the men. For the women, you may. Especially if they, you know, put that stuff on. But anyway, Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So open communication and love and peace. What kind of character would that be? And then this kind of wants to follow up. We have Master Buddha, increased awareness. And I love increased awareness. And I love how I was saying like piercings, gauges could be coming through as well. Because anytime I see these droopy ears, that's kind of how it's coming through. But look at how they're just literally wearing something that you put over one layer of clothing, and it's free and it's light and it's airy, and there's wind that comes up. This person may not wear underwear that often. And I love that they want to air things out, okay? And look how I was talking about this person have like stuff on their forehead. This is what I meant. I don't know what this thing is called, but they have a jewel, a dot or something like that on their forehead. Oh God, I just had a thought. I'm not going to say it. I can't. No. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. They have big old eyes. This person, they have big old, their eyes, yeah. Their eyes keep coming through. They have really big eyes. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Or really pretty eyes. Because this guy here has really big eyes, even though they're closed, even though they're at half mast. I'm like, why are eyes so, like, they're big? Like wide set maybe eyes. And then here in Mother Mary, her eyes are big and wide as well. And I've seen almost every person in this deck. These are like big eyes. Makeup is coming through. I don't know what it is. Makeup is coming through. This person like definitely puts that thing on. Since I'm getting multiple aesthetics for you guys, it's going to come through. I'm going to get one more card. What does their future spouse look like, please, Spirit? Their future spouse. What do they look like? Appreciate you. Look at all this. Look at them putting that thing on. It's like giving flower child. Absolutely. You know, one with the earth. That is the energy coming through. But here we have green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. So this person could be going through a transition in their life right now, which is why they may become a little bit musty. They don't really want to put much effort into how they look. And you may meet them at this time where they're going through a transformation, not really sure who they are, or they lost sight of the plot, okay? And they're just like, I don't know what to do, what to wear, how to live life, and like in depression or something like that. Which is why it was coming through as they look greasy and a little funky. But it's because they're trying their best, is what I'm hearing. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to be okay. I'm trying my best, but every day it's so hard. And I'm holding my breath. I'm holding my breath till I can say every word I want to say from my heart. So maybe you may know this person. I'm getting for some of you, you could be in a relationship with this person already. Oh, I just got a very specific message. Oh, I don't want to say it though. It could be triggering somebody. Trigger warning, trigger warning. Somebody here, your person could cut, okay? And you know what I mean. If you don't, then that's great for you. But this person could cut. Because look at how we have Queen Tara and we have these slices on her neck. This person could definitely be that. And if it would make sense if they have like, if they're emo or punk. Because I feel like people with like very extreme emotions who can't deal with them do things like that, you know? I just want to give them a hug. And her eyes are very bright and beautiful as well. So very deep, penetrating eyes. They're giving like dark brown for some of you. Well, for all of you, the brown eyes have come through in all of the decks. But we have, I love how we have different freaking religions and cultures coming through. So here we have, I think it's like Hindu religion coming through. So this person could be Hindu. Okay, and that's why they wear like very loose and flowy clothing. Okay, and they have darker hair. They wear they I know one thing about Indian and Hindu people, they put that makeup on. Muslim people, Middle Eastern people, they put that ish on. No matter if they're wearing a free-flowing hijab and you can't see nothing else. One thing about them is their face is going to be beat down. Blemish wear. Bad skin wear. They have good skin as well, glowy. It could have blemishes on it, and they could wear makeup to cover that up. But it's definitely giving you wouldn't know in their state of makeup. Oh, they said blemish wear. Imperfection who? Oh, nowhere. Okay, So that's coming through. And then we have Green Tara, and she's of Asian descent. Okay. Did I say Queen Tara or Green? Okay, I said both. Queen, Green, I don't remember. But look at how she has all these flowers around her. And that vibe was definitely coming through. And this lady in this card here is definitely giving this person could have come from like very commune living. And I think I mentioned something about like rebelling against their family or not wanting to go with what their family was telling them to do. It's giving everyone's working together on a commune to make life happy. I'm hearing Amish, maybe Jewish, where everybody's like, you know, stuck together helping take care of everyone. It's like a community energy, right? Where if you see the kids on the side of the street, you will help them or talk to them, or if you see them in trouble, you like, you know, it's like one big happy community energy. And this person's like, nah, I ain't with that no more, right? But this lady is like wearing like patterns, florals, stuff like that, you know, doing your own. This person can make their own clothes. Tapestries, stuff like that. I'm also hearing gypsy living can be coming through, and that's that wanting to have options and not, you know, being tied down, whether it's a lifestyle or just a way of thinking, right? Seven of Cups means I don't want to choose. I don't want to have to choose. I want to be everything, and you know. Okay, I've been here too long. How attractive are they? Like I said, it's giving mid, or, and I don't think mid is a bad thing. It's just like, yeah, they're all right. They're beautiful actually, but they may not put much effort into accentuating that beauty, and that's fine as well. But some people, like I said, if they're females coming through, they definitely do. If they're men coming through, they're very lackadaisical in there, and they're aware. They just throw on any old thing. They wear regular t-shirts from Target. They wear regular jeans from Walmart, maybe even Temu. Not too much on Temu. Shein, you know, but not too much on Shein either, because Shein be coming to have good stuff, right? But they just wear regular things. They have a pack of 20 of the same shirts, and they just reuse them throughout the day. And I'm just like, is this what we do now? I could never, but people do, okay? And that's what the guys are coming through. It's very lazy. They don't really put much time into their looks. Not lazy, just, I don't want to make this sound, it's not mean. I'm not saying it like a very malicious way. I'm just saying mid, that's a white guy in a white and shirt and some jeans and flip-flops, and that's, yeah, you know, that's the vibe coming through. All natural. They don't really do anything to, you know, stand out. They just, yeah, I'm just a cool regular dude, you know? And I love that for them, because that everyone has their own thing, you know? Then we have other people who want to have eyeliner, and they have a dot on the forehead, and they have the hair up, slicked back. Do you see any flyaways? No. No. It's giving messy bun, but it's without the messy bun, right? And then here we have like a very attractive white man, okay? Muscle definition on point. It's giving cute. This person's really cute. I like them. I like them. It's giving pouty, you know? Okay, let's move on. But their eyes are definitely thin. Their lips are definitely pouty. Okay, they're not thin. They're very pouty, because in this card, in these two cards as well, it's giving like pouty lips. Okay. But yeah. They're finding themselves. This person, they're finding themselves. They could still be on the way or the path of finding what works for them and what makes them look really great. But until then, it's giving, like, you know, yeah, room for improvement. Once they improve, you know, it's there's nothing else they need. I'm also hearing maybe pollination for some of you, because I'm seeing her like patch at the bottom of her legs, and it's giving the tribal tattoos that they have. And I believe tattoos came through, or did it not come through? I believe I said tattoos somewhere in the beginning. But we have a lot of cultures coming through. Flowers, floral, eyes, lips. Okay, here we have Venus coming through. So that would make them very attractive, right? They can be very attractive on their own without the fashion sense. And that's fine. Fifth house is playful. They like to play around. More and more that I'm getting into this is giving me female energies very predominant in this pile. So you guys could be watching for female energy. Because all the cards that came out for y'all with people on them is 3 females and 1 male. And the 1 male that's coming through is wearing like a toga, not really doing much, you know. Really cute. But regular white guy looks, right? We have 5th house, very playful. They put their whole foot into their style. They do makeup. They're very creative, that stuff. With this person, we have Taurus coming through. So lips, mouth is definitely a big thing for this person. Lipstick, lip gloss. They have a really nice smile. Or a pout is what I'm hearing. And that would make sense because I was getting bad boy in the beginning as well. This person could be a good guy right now, but when you meet them, they could be given bad boy. Or that's just all these things that I've been saying in the readings giving a part of their different aesthetics. Because like I said, 7 of Cups, like I can't choose. I don't know who I am. I want to be everyone right now. I've gone through each phase. I've gone through the emo phase. I've gone through the freaking bad boy phase. I've gone through the regular phase. I've gone through the freaking flower child phase. I've gone through the white shirts and pants phase. I've gone through the suits phase. I've gone through I've gone through all the phases. But Taurus is kind of giving like a very sturdy build. This person could look angular all the time. Like I said, not dissociated, but like blank is the vibe that's coming through a little bit. Here we have Jupiter. Jupiter is definitely getting very abundant. This person could be a bigger maybe. With Jupiter, it means a lot of something. Very abundant in something. Or they have a lot of clothes. I'm kidding. With Venus and Jupiter, it's giving shopaholic. So this person can have a lot of clothes. And like I said, when you meet them and go home and see their closet, you're going to be like, what the heck? And they're going to be like, yeah, I've been through some phases. What? Mind your business. We have Sagittarius. So we're going to try anything new. They're on an upward progression with Sag energy and the Jupiter energy coming through. They're finding their way. Okay? They're finding their way, and I'm also hearing they're open to criticism, which I love. They're open to constructive criticism. They don't want you just telling them, no. They're like, okay, I mean, I think you look better, or you would accentuate this if you wore that, blah, 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 blah. But it's giving stylish, or the potential to be very stylish, okay? Like I said, it depends who you're watching for. I feel like women naturally know how to look better and dress better, and men sometimes just don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, put your hands in the air and shake them like you just don't care. This person, like, you know, the men, yeah, we know how men are, women, we know. And we don't have to, they don't have to put on all that stuff for us to love them anyway, okay? And here we have 4th house is giving definitely homebody vibes. But that Hermit is coming through. They want to keep to themselves. They like to wear darker colors. It's definitely something that's coming through as well. Now with Sag, it's giving hips. It's giving thighs, juicy thighs. This person could be, I'm not really getting it though. But if I'm hearing it, I'll say it. This person's like kind of giving juice head. They could be, I'm hearing Ronnie from Jersey Shore. They could like really brolic with the Jupiter energy coming through, but it just didn't come through the cards. I don't know if there's any big brolic men in this card, but I would think for that kind of energy, the Emperor would come through, the King of Wands would come through, someone's like big and imposing, but it's mostly just females come through. So this female could be like very, like I said, a lot of body mass, you know, a thick gums or a plus size energy coming through. And if that's the case, they look good as hell. And I'm here, and that's funny that Lizzo's coming through. Lizzo's coming through. I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. That is coming through. But yeah. Okay. Let's see what's coming through there. I'm hearing they could have dainty hands, because we're seeing these 2 hands come through in the Master Buddha, where he's holding his hands. Deep connection, trust your inner voice, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother, healing is possible at this time. But yeah, this person could definitely be on a healing journey. But let's get in. So they could be Asian. They could be Indian. They could be Muslim, Middle Eastern. Or they could just be white. That's the vibe coming through for your person right now. For what they look like and how attractive you find them. And I do think people who look like that have like a very low ranking in America for whatever reason. So that could be why the cards are trying to make them seem like they're mid. But I do think they're very beautiful because the people on these cards are gorgeous to me. But I do believe besides the white man, these people are at somewhere towards the bottom of the totem pole. But I don't think so because Asian women are very desired and sought after by white men. Let me stop. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to be this kind of person. I'm not going to do it. But my group one was like short and to the point. This one's getting long. I'm trying to find stuff to explain. A lot of people could choose group two. Could be a thing as well. You have a very sporty coming through, sporty spice vibe coming through for some of you. You have a very old soul, one with nature vibe coming through. We have emo, pop punk coming through. We have alternative coming through. We have a regular white guy wearing all 100 of the same tees and pants coming through. We have colored hair coming through. We have nice lips coming through. We have really big eyes coming through. This person can have a bored look. That's what I meant by like dead eyes. They can have a really bored look most of the time. Or they could be all these things, and that's how we have the Seven of Cups, okay? Now, when will you meet this person? You are experiencing fear with the thought of change. Eliminate the fear, and the time frame is within half a year. So 6 months once you eliminate that time frame or the fear. Maybe I'm hearing the fear of the time frame. Maybe you're scared you're never going to meet your person. You're focusing too much on the time. Here we have before the holidays. So before the holidays, if you're watching this before I put it, that is before the end of the year. So we're in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So within 7 months. And it said half a year here. So 6 to 7 months. Okay. And then it says there's a blockage you are not aware of. Identify it, then come back and ask again at a later time. Some of you are still going through blockages you have to overcome. And until then, come back and ask a later time. I'm hearing some of you may think this reading described you instead of your person. And that's because your future spouse, or that's because you need to be focusing on yourself right now. And your future spouse didn't actually come through, if that makes sense. Which is why they said come back at a later date and maybe you'll choose another pile. I think I'm going to do at least 2 more. This is pile 2, so 4 piles. So maybe come back at a later date and the next pile you choose would be somebody else, okay? Now, on top of the deck, we have if you consistently stay in alignment and feel happy, the time frame is within a month. If you're having a hard time with this concept right now, consistently staying happy or in alignment and feeling happy daily, then the time frame is going to be longer for some of you. If you can focus on being happy and in alignment, then it's within a month, okay? But yeah, I hope this reading resonated. Like, 4th house is Cancer energy, so big titties, okay? Sorry. Chest is coming through. With Saturn, like I said, not Saturn, not going to come through. With Sagittarius and Jupiter, it's definitely giving hips and thighs, which is why it's giving this person's like curvaceous. That would make a lot of sense. We have Venus coming through, and that's Taurus and Libra. Taurus is lips, and that kept coming through repeatedly. And Libra, as I saw in group 1, is the back or lower back, right? Or the kidneys or the equilibrium or something like that. So this person have like a lot of good stamina, or body posture is also what I'm hearing. Okay, they sit with their back straight, right? That would make sense. Okay. And then 5th house is Leo energy, so their hair could be important. That was coming through as well. Curly, wavy, textured hair. There's no straight hair coming through in this reading except for like this one lady in 3 of Wands. The vibe is giving texture. If they're Asian or of Asian descent, then it would be giving straight because they don't really have textured hair. But synchro resonates for you. I think there is an Asian card in the tarot deck that I'm using that didn't come out. it would be justice. But maybe it came out another reading. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't matter. Or this reading didn't make sense. Who knows? I'll take either. I'll take both. I'll take anything. But I hope it did resonate for somebody out there. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. Black is very important for this person as well. Dark colors, like I said already. Because these two are giving the same color scheme, if you can see. And I'm pretty sure you can. Like, it's the same color scheme. So dark. Okay? Racially ambiguous, light skin. Or just like, you know, tan or something like that. Like I said, Middle Eastern. I do believe Asian people are called like yellow or something like that. Very weird. Cause I don't think they're yellow, but whatever people say, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna end the reading here for real. Their throat could be attractive as well. They have a really long neck. I'm hearing fupa. I'm hearing if they are someone who's bigger, they have found like very creative ways to like not hide but accentuate the curves that they were given. I'm hearing their God-given curves, period. And the Pleiadian starseed coming through in this card here. It's definitely given they're very creative with their looks. But I'm getting mostly feminine energy when I tap into that creation or creative vibes. Okay, so I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3, group 3, number 3, however you got here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about how attractive is your future spouse, what will they look like, and then towards the end, we're going to get when you meet them. We're going to get a time frame for that, okay? So, yeah. So let's get into it. There's no long spiel this time. But when I was shuffling the deck a little bit before your reading, I got the 9 of Wands that flipped out. So this person could look very intimidating, gruff, you know, very manly, a man's man kind of energy. They grow chest hair, they grow beard, they're very tall, they're muscular, or big, or brolic, or, you know, they have a lot of body mass and they're tall and big, you know. That kind of energy is coming through. With the 9 of Wands, they look very intimidating when your future spouse. So for my group 3s, please Spirit, what will their future spouse look like? Their future spouse. My future wife. That would make so much freaking sense! I just got Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Yo, I had to scream. That's crazy. I'm like, they're giving big, they're giving broad, they're giving a lot of body mass, a little bit intimidating, you know what I mean? Rough around the edges. And then I'm like, what will their future spouse look like? And I'm like, but that sounds like something. My future wife. Maybe very possessive, and that's Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. And he says, what is it called? This person is very possessive and very manly and very masculine. But he's saying in the song that Belle is the most beautiful girl in the village, that makes her the best. So this person like be very vocal about how beautiful they consider you. Yeah, making you feel very feminine and attractive, right? This is already juicy. Let's get into it. That is funny. I'm just sitting here like, their future spouse. And I'm like, that sounds like somebody. Okay. We have the 2 of Swords in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. I'm hearing a really fiery, intense stare that makes you feel stuff, that gives you butterflies. That's what this person looks like. So first of all, they're giving conventionally attractive, maybe even more so, very above average for this person, your future spouse. Or they would be considered that way in a general consensus. So I do believe men that are seen as more gruff. I keep hearing rowdy, rough boys from freaking Powerpuff Girls. So guys are just seen as more gruff and rough around the edges and masculine, are seen as very attractive because they give off that vibe that us females gravitate towards, okay? We have 10 of Wands, which is definitely giving a lot of, they can carry, they can deadlift, whatever they want to call that phrase in the gym, a lot, okay? So they could be in the gym, right? I'm hearing Idris Elba, Chris Hemsworth. So they're one-woman men. They don't sit here and they don't be entertaining all these other girls. Once they're committed to one person, they're committed to one person. And that's very attractive. So this person is very attractive. If I'm like, that has nothing to do with their looks, why is it coming through? Because that's something that makes them even more attractive to you. We love Chris Hemsworth because he's gorgeous, right? He's Thor. We love Idris Elba because he's gorgeous, right? He's big and he's sexy, right? But we love them even more because they're so dedicated to their wives, which would be you in this case, or husbands, depending on, you know, what you like. We have the Queen of Wands, and she keeps coming out in reverse. What does she want? Like, the Queen of Wands. Anything that's like wands based when it comes to looks is giving top of the heap. I'm hearing a number one, king of the hill, number one, these vagabond shoes. I'm hearing machismo. This person can be very macho man. Frank Sinatra always gives me, I don't even know if I know he was from Jersey, so he could be Italian. I never really looked into his you know, background. Frank Sinatra, just Frank Sinatra. They could be Italian and machismo is coming through, or Hispanic in that kind of way. And it is very much, I'm man, you woman, do as I say, you're my wife kind of thing. You know, that kind of thing. Here we have 7 of Cups. This came through in group 2, so some of you could be coming from there. And then we have the Emperor. This is funny to me because I was literally telling my group 2s, because someone who's like big and broad looking muscular was coming through at the end of group 2, and I'm like, I'm not getting that vibe. I promise y'all, there's no reason for me to lie, right? And I'm like, the cards that would signify these, a big, empowering, overpowering, intense kind of guy, would be the Emperor for me, would be King of Wands for me, would be a few cards. Be the Devil for me, not whatever was coming through group 2. And look at y'all, 7 of Cups, a group 2 card. But now we have the Emperor coming through, so it's giving Aries, the god of war. But we're gonna put this at the front. The Emperor does not deserve to be at the back. This person looks like they have options. They look like they have their pick of the litter, is what I'm getting for you guys. And the Ace of Wands is giving you're going to have a hard on for them, whether you're female or male. It doesn't really matter. So how attractive are they? It's giving a 10. Okay? It's giving spectacular. I'll take 14 of them right now. That's what it's giving. It's giving maybe sophisticated, the way he's crossing his feet. It's giving man of the house. It's giving I'm so tall, I gotta cross my feet. You know, some men, man spread. Not your man. He crosses his legs like a gentleman. Okay, I'm done. And look, a gentleman. Why am I hearing freaking Medea? This person better not be a cross-dresser. Ah! I am done. Not Mulan coming through again. Y'all remember that scene in the movie when all the ancestors are like arguing with each other, and then someone is like, "You're something," was a cross-dresser. Yo, Mulan will have me rolling any day of the week. I'm like, y'all rotten ancestors really out here competing against what y'all grandchildren and great-grandchildren grew up to be, and you bothering her because hers was a cross-dresser, and it's just the way she said it. At least mine wasn't a cross-dresser. I'm like, excuse me, granny, relax. Don't try to comfort a grandchild. Have some respect. You're still family at the end of the day. Wow, I've really forgotten this guy. Look at him. Look at this dude. And look at him. He giving, oh yeah, I got handsome, yes. But I was also hearing Medea. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember exactly what movie it's from, but she's basically like trying to fight somebody. Oh, it's in Medea Goes to Jail. Okay, it's coming through now. Y'all remember that big brawling white lady and from the, if y'all seen the movie, honestly, if you haven't, it won't make any sense. But Medea gets sent to jail, okay? And there's this big, really broad, like, she speaks like this, like, oh, you know what I mean? And she's mad muscular, very OD, you know? And she's trying to flirt with one of the new people who just came to the jail. And Medea's like, if you don't leave that girl alone. And then the big brawling lady is like, oh, who's gonna make me? And then of course you know Medea don't play them games. She's like, me. Like, come on, let's have a fight. A lady pointing to herself and a gentleman. Medea is so ridiculous, but they're in an all-women jail, and she's like a lady and a gentleman pointing to the big brawling white lady, right, with a really thick neck and like all these muscles, and she's really tall, and everyone else is intimidated by her because she's so big and broad. And Medea's like, I don't care about all that. Let's get into it. A lady and a gentleman. That movie is so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's coming through. But yeah, it's definitely getting that. If you are manifesting a female future spouse, it's giving that girl from Medea Goes to Jail. Very big and very broad. Okay, it's giving what do they call those people? Weight trainers or muscle builders? I don't know what y'all call them, child. Those people who bodybuilders. There we go. It's giving that kind of energy. Okay. Oh boy, this person can be very tall as well, but they're very, 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 very attractive. Your person. So how attractive are they? Like I said, it's giving a 10. Okay. Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now. That kind of energy. Especially with the 8 of Wands, this person, your future spouse, is going to be living rent-free in your head. So you're going to find them attractive. It doesn't even matter if the world does. This is your person. You're like, my man, my man, my man. Nah, okay. Or my girl, my woman, my woman, my woman. Why am I hearing this song from Mulan? This is what you give me to work with. Well, honey, I've seen worse. We're gonna turn this house into a silk purse. Oh, that song. I love that song. We'll have you washed and dried, prim and polished till you glow with pride. Trust my recipe for instant bride. You'll bring honor to us all. You know what I mean? Honor to Us All is the name of the song from Mulan. So that can become, this person could be Asian or of Asian descent, right? Okay. Funny. But this is giving, oh my gosh, I'm hearing Chad. I'm hearing Giga Chad. Oh my gosh, relax. Giga Chad, okay, y'all know Chad is the troublesome white boy. If there ever was a name for a troublesome white boy, it's Chad or Brad or anything Bradley. You know what I mean? He comes from a rich, well-to-do family. He's very entitled. This person's getting a little bit entitled because Gaston was problematic in that way as well. Like I said, this person's like giving machismo. So if you don't like that, I'm gonna tell y'all, I better whip this person to shape. Okay? They're very bossy. They could attract a lot of female attention, whether they're feminine or masculine themselves. Okay? Like I said, they have the pick of the litter with the 7 of Cups. This person's very attractive. Who child? But this Hilarion right now, he giving me like, okay, what up? Like, very attractive person. The Adam's apple sticking out, very smooth, clean skin. It glows. Look at his eyes. Even his eyes are beautiful. Let's sigh. Oh, yes. But they're green with like orange in the middle. If you want to see, like, just keep bringing him closer and closer. I don't know if his hair is like slicked back, which is definitely giving Chad. And look at how he has, like, it looks like he has like the sweater tied over his shoulders, right? Yeah, that's coming through. Sorry for the noise outside. School's getting out right now. Just bear with me. I don't have my headphones in the room with me. I can pause and get them. How about that? Okay, so when I was going to get the headphones, I hope you can hear me better now. Hopefully. A girl can hope and dream. And see, I keep saying stuff like that. A girl can hope and dream. This person's going to be like a Giga Chad. But I was singing the song when I was getting the headphones from Mulan. Trust my recipe for instant pride. It's giving you're going to want them to tie you down immediately. Or they're going to want to tie you down immediately. They're going to want to make you an instant bride, okay? It's a vibe that's coming through. You're going to make, oh, this person's like hubba hubba. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can tie me down. Come to mama. You know, kind of energy. That's the vibe that I'm getting. You're going to want to be with them because you know how attractive they are. But they're only going to have eyes for you, honestly. And I love that. But still, they know they're attractive. And that can sometimes be very annoying. Okay, but let's give Paul some love, okay? Say hello to Paul, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, he's feeling a little left out. This Hilarion dude is definitely giving like, hello there. But he's very attractive as well. He's giving like a French energy. And I do believe he is French. Venetian is kind of like, I think it could be Vienna or something. Let me look in the book for him. You know what? I'm going to read from both the books for Hilarion and Paul because they're very handsome men. He has these very bright, clear blue eyes, okay? He has like a comb over, wavy comb over, right? And they both have the same colored hair, honestly. It's definitely like brown, gingery, orangey kind of hair. Or dirty blonde, strawberry blonde for some of you. And he has like very plump, nice lips. They look moisturized. It looks like he has some lip gloss on or something, right? And then he has a nice beard. So a man's man that can grow a whole beard, okay? For group 1, beards came through, but I'm like, they wouldn't be able to grow a full beard. Your person's growing a full beard because they're like that gruff, salt of the earth is what I was looking for, kind of man, okay? But anyway, he says experiencing grace. So like a very graceful, refined, sophisticated kind of person for some of you. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Like, I wish y'all would shut up. Like, y'all know school is out. Don't pass by a school if you're going to be beeping. Like, it makes no sense to me. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Let's find Hilarion first. I'm hubba hubba. I'm also hearing, I forgot to say it earlier, Jorgen von Strangle. From the Fairly Odd Parents, how he was like very big and I'm trying to like Von, like, is that Dutch or something? Jorgen von Strangle. He had like a very strong accent from somewhere. Your person could be overseas or they don't really live. If you're in America or anywhere you are, your person could be of a different race or of a different culture than you. Okay. So if you're American, they're giving Dutch, they're giving Greek, they're giving Viennese. Let me stop. They're giving Switzerland, they're giving Swedish or Swiss. They're giving German, they're giving something like that. I think Jürgen von Strangle could have been German. I'm not 100% sure. Or Dutch or something. Let's get into it. I'm seeing Paul the Venetian first, so I guess we'll go with him. Paul! Come on, let's get to know Hilarion. Paul's like, no, I'm here too, stop playing. So, about Paul the Venetian is said to be ascended from Paolo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. So your person could be Italian. The Venetian refers to the fact that he was connected to Venice. There we go, Italy. It is believed that on his passing in 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing his lifelong wisdom. He is the keeper of the light who helps us accept our talents. So they're very talented as well. Okay, I'm hearing in the bedroom in all aspects of, okay, shut up. Who's saying all these things? Spirit, stop being naughty. Dang. He is the keeper of the light who helps us accept our talents and hone our skills so that we can share the beauty of our soul with the world. He brings waves of good energy, grace, and encouragement. Oh, this is going to be an encouraging spouse. We love it. Not me blushing. I'm literally blushing for your spouse. Stop it. I'm not a homewrecker, I promise. Anyway, and works with all artists, musicians, designers, and anyone else who needs support in channeling their talent. See, this person, the fact that Idris Elba and Chris Hemsworth came through, actor. You're creating a man of the odds, okay? But yeah, extended message, whatever creative messages, ideas you're having at this time. So you're going to meet this person creatively, I feel like. I'm hearing at a soiree, at a museum opening, at a something, you're going to meet this person in the arts. I feel like that has been coming through, how you're going to meet them has been coming through a lot in all the readings, which I love. Because we all want to know where. And creative, because we have Ace of Wands. Yeah, this person that's like a fire burning all the time. Oh, this is being interpreted in many different ways. They could have a big zing-zong-zing as well, because Ace of Wands is that BD energy. And that's the Emperor coming through. Oh, yes. This person's giving BDE. Oh, yes. You love to see it. Okay, look at me. Almost forgot to look into Hilarion. Paul with a little jealousy ways. Your jealous ways. Your man is going to be jealous. And he's going to be very possessive of you, too. And I love that. Wow. So Paul the Venetian is 88 in the book. So 888 can be very important, abundant. They're going to have like a lot of money. Emperor is definitely giving that vibe as well. They're going to be very imposing, very important person. Okay, money. Come from money, made their own money. They have some kind of status, right? The Emperor's son, who is very demanding. Okay. Very high and mighty. Could be cocky. Thinks he's better than everyone, maybe. But he also does serve the public. So there's something here about everyone asking for something or wanting something from your future spouse. Back to looks. And I loved how Paul the Venetian was 88 and Hilarion is 44. So perfectly coming out like the exact double of that person. So some of your persons will be older. Other than them will look really young. But it's definitely giving glowy skin. And they know how to dress too. Or I'm hearing color coordinate. Look at how they have the same kind of clothes on. This is weird to me. Paul and Hilarion, dang. Okay, 44. Let me stop babbling. Okay, Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East. How he living in the Middle East looking like that? During the 4th century. Okay, so some of yous are going to have someone from a culture, but they're very light-skinned. I'm hearing rice-skinned. Shut up. Why? My intrusive thoughts be winning. I'm sorry, guys, okay? This person could be, like, very light-skinned for their race. So I know how some people in India are lighter and some are darker. Middle Eastern, some are, like, literally white passing and some are darker. So your person, if they are Middle Eastern or someone from a culture, from somewhere or from a culture that is meant or known to be darker, they could be lighter than their, counterparts, their cultural counterparts, whatever. But yeah, he lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of Saint Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, so after a while, he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service, he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave. Oh my. Okay. And was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, let me stop. To this day, he is dedicated to healing. But he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. I'm acting a fool and I apologize wholeheartedly. Okay. Hilarion was a very nice soul. He gave all his money away to his brothers and the poor. Okay, we love that for him. He spent the rest of his days in a cave as a hermit, performing spiritual miracles and helping people heal. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know where I left off. I think I left off on Hilarion, but we had got a package and I went to use the bathroom. So literally, this person could show up at your door as well. This future spouse of yours, you could meet them while they're out having a good time, or you could meet them at your door. So maybe they walk up to your door, they move next door. What else? Like, when you're at home, you could be scrolling on these dating apps. You can meet them that way. It could be something that's coming through as well for some of you. So, just a few ideas of how you can meet them. But the fact that guy came to the door and was, delivering a package means something to this reading. And then we have the 10 of Wands, getting up and moving places. So migration. Well, this is what this 10 of Wands is meaning as well.
So the Ten of Wands, like something that you have to bear a lot of burdens. You can carry a lot of burdens on your back, and it's not going to be a problem. This person does hold on to a lot of things. They aren't giving me the type of person who relieves their burdens or their struggles or what they're going through on a lot of people. So they keep a lot of these feelings to themselves. So like I said, they're giving like a bona fide man, right? Men have a hard time opening up and being vulnerable because it's seen as weak, and they don't want to seem weak, right? But they definitely do know how to have a good time. But the fact that Hilarion out here, like I said, living in a cave and all that kind of stuff, his heart is like very big and green. It's like a very big thing. And that's like heart chakra energy. They have a big heart as well. Has other things that could be big. And look at how, I'm going to hell. Oh my gosh. Look at in this card here. We have the snake sticking out. And that was like a pretty thick snake to me. We have the snake sticking out and slithering here. It looks like a pretty long, thick snake to me. You tell me what's what, okay? Let me stop. Y'all meet that person and come back and tell me, he don't got a... I said what I said. We have all these wands coming through, and look at how yo, you're not going to tell me. This Queen of Wands is holding this wand victoriously, cheesing and grinning. Yeah, you're going to have a heart on for them. You're going to be very, very, very attracted to them. You're going to be thinking about, obsessed with their sex child. But the way they put it down and give it to you, baby, you're going to be, hooked. Like I said, we're going to, what is it called? What was the song I was singing? Honor to Us All. This is what you get to work with. Oh, honey, we'll have you wash and ride, print and policy. That's what you're going to be doing before you go see this person. We'll have you washed and dried, permed and polished, you glow with pride. Trust my recipe for instant bride. You'll bring honor to us all. Yeah, you scrubbing and doing and polishing all the places before you go see him. Like today's the day, right? He gonna boo me up. He gonna wife me up today, right? That's the energy coming through. But yeah, if you don't have a big zing zong zing, I don't know what to tell y'all, child. It's either gonna be thick and girthy, or it's gonna be girthy and long, or it's gonna be long, but it's giving girth and it's giving length, and I'm gonna leave it right there. This is a family channel. Let me stop. It definitely isn't. But anyway, next. So divine healing, they do have healing tendencies or properties. I do feel like this could be the kind of person who heals everyone else but doesn't heal themselves. And I feel like that's where you could come in and start healing them. Because they're always making moves, money moves, power moves to get to where they want to be. So they're very ambitious. Maybe a little cutthroat, maybe a little ruthless, okay? Or they could be in a cutthroat, ruthless profession. But we're going back to looks now. So they're carrying around a yacht, is what I'm hearing. So this person could be like younger than you, because these two guys are giving me young energy. But they also know how to dress. We're going to get some more cards. But they're tall. We have a black man coming through here. That's wearing, that's not his Sunday's best, but it's giving some jeans. It's giving a shirt. What's in his pocket? Is this some kind of crystal? Is it a zebra crystal? Because it has spots on it. But anyway, he's wearing them socks, man. You know what this is giving me? A professor. Some of y'all can be getting with your professor, or this person is a professor. Because only men who like wear the clothes, whether they're jeans or slacks or whatever, it's also giving business casual. It's also giving business formal, professional clothing. But you know men, when they wear their suits and they sit down and the pants kind of like rise up and you see their funky socks underneath it. This person could wear a funky sock. But I feel like that's so attractive. I don't know what it is about it. Men in like socks, when you can see their socks, I'm like, you's tall, ain't you? Yo, this is literally, I am going left every single second. You guys are going to be, y'all are going to be thinking about this person, trying to do things to them, thinking of doing things to them. I'm just like, you's a tall man, ain't you? The way your pants is rising, I can see them socks under there, huh? Like, I ain't mad that they high waters is giving tall, gentlemen. Like, you know what I mean? Guys, I'm done. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Y'all gonna be acting a fool. Here we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Look at this beautiful blue. So they can have beautiful blue eyes, beautiful green eyes, this person. But yeah, we have humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light of the world. I do believe this person is funny because all of these three people have like, okay, so everyone in this deck usually has like a very, not bland, but straightforward expression. Blank is what I was looking for. They all have like a very blank expression. But this is the first time I'm noticing it in all three of the cards that came out. Like a very blank expression. This person could definitely have a blank expression, or that's their default mode, blank expression. This person either gonna have a beard with his little handlebar mustache, which I didn't mention in group one, so you could be coming from group one, or if I called group one, or your group one's future spouse if they were coming to watch for you, right? So maybe watch group one if you want to know what you're going to be, how would you be described to your future spouse, and if it resonates, let me know. But anyway, we have Hilarion. He's also very blank face, but he's smooth face with like some hair he has slicked back, right? We have a little bit of a comb over for Paul the Venetian, but he has hair. We ain't seen no baldness yet, okay? And she's like very beautiful, very angelic. So yeah, your person's going to be very attractive. Let me get one more card, y'all. Their future spouse. And I just keep hearing my future wife. So if y'all are women watching for women, y'all just, we have Master Buddha, increased awareness. That's definitely going to be you with your person, increased awareness, because y'all going to be randy out here. I'm not going to say the HORNY word, but it's coming through. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. A deep connection with this person. And their other areas. This person could, like, they have really pretty eyes. I feel like everybody's eyes are so beautiful, but that's like the windows. The eyes are the window to the soul. So I'm not surprised that you're going to find your person's eyes attractive. I would hope that all of you find your person's eyes attractive, because that's what you're going to be looking into for the rest of your life. Okay? But you're definitely going to have an increased awareness for this person with Master Buddha coming out, then Hilarion, then humanity and benevolence. This person's very much a benevolent soul. They're very kind, they're very nice, they're very generous, they're very giving, they're very loving. I would definitely say graceful, they're divine, okay? They have a very healing presence and energy. They're very intelligent, very smart. The Emperor is definitely someone who's making chess moves while everyone else is playing checkers and making checker moves. They know how to have a good time. They could have a hard time making up their mind as well. But if we're talking about looks, which is just what this reading is about, they have like many different aesthetics. Is the vibe that's coming through for your person. Some of their favorite colors to wear could be blue, yellow, and green. Because I don't want to keep lifting up the cards, but both Paul and both Hilarion have like shocking green. So green eyes, green clothing, things like that could be coming through very strongly. But it's definitely giving a slacks kind of person, button down shirt kind of person. They iron their clothes, they care about how they look kind of person. They can get up and move whenever. They can be very minimalistic as well. But I don't even think I went over this Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords is something about being indecisive, and it came out in reverse. So something about being decisive, which we kind of went over already, I would say. They're very decisive, very strong-willed, strong-minded, very manly, talk to the earth kind of people. They work on the land, work with the land. They work in the creative spaces at a creative job. Let's get these dice out and see what else comes through. For my group threes, please swear my group threes. How attractive is your future spouse? We have 8th house. Yeah, very sexually attractive. Very, very Scorpio energy. They be putting it down in the bedroom, child. Oh my gosh, why can't I ever have any peace? Oh my god. Bruh, I just heard, whose is it? I'm not going to say the word that came through, but it's very possessive, this person. Like, whose kitty cat is this? Like, oh god, like, I can't. Sometimes being clairaudient is so freaking ghetto, guys. Like, stop. What are you saying right now? I don't need to be in y'all bedroom with y'all. I was already acting up enough. See, now I know this is, y'all have me acting out of character. You little randy bastards. Okay. We have first house coming through, so their personality is definitely very strong. It packs a punch. It leaves its mark, right? Is what's coming through with your person, with the first house coming through. That's also the Aries house. So they have a really big, strong, stubborn head. They have a big old head. They got a big old head. Why Pluto have been harassing all the readings lately? We have Pluto coming through. And Pluto was more Scorpio energy, but it's also transformative. This underworld, this dark, broody kind of energy. So this person's going to be very brooding. And like I said, it's funny how all the people in the cards are stone-faced, okay? They're not really emoting or showing much emotions. So they have like a really good poker face. And that would tie into like being a really good chess player. Here we have Neptune, so a little dreamy. You will definitely be fantasizing. This could be a wet dream come to life. Your fantasy guy come to life. What is Carnation outside doing? Like there's kids around. They don't behave. Like that's that weird sound you hear. They're in a freaking thing and it's raising them up to a light pole or something. What's going on? Y'all acting up today, Carnation. First of all, the lights went out at work. They came back on. Yeah, it wasn't your reading. It came back on, but lights went off. They said, you can come back. You can leave early. I'm still here, obviously, to do these readings, right? So when I go home, I don't feel like setting up and doing all that kind of stuff. This is much easier for me to just, you know, throw the phone down, put the light on, and start filming, okay? Yeah. And the lights came back on. Yeah, I'm still outside doing stuff. Hopefully the lights don't turn back off anytime soon. So I'm probably going to have to charge my phone before I leave. And that's going to be important. But anyway, yeah, it's Neptune, very dreamy. You're going to be thinking about them. It's like the person of your dreams kind of energy. So the person you find the most attractive, your type, is this person. Whether it's a black man, a black woman, a white woman, a Indian man, an Indian woman, a Italian man, Italian woman. Like, there's different kinds of whites, right? Stop. I'm hearing spicy white. I am screaming. This is I don't know what's going on in this reading, guys, but I ain't mad at you and I'm mad at it. But what? They're spicy white if they're white. So don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it. Right? Maybe you're worried. Here we have Capricorn. That's that daddy, very serious, dom kind of energy coming through for this person. They look very like I said, intimidating, imposing. Is this? No. Did I say Saturn energy, right? Why did Saturn come out twice? Not Saturn, Capricorn. Where is it? It came out twice. That's crazy. Are we sure? That is that serious energy that, yeah. This person is like very quiet, very contemplative, very disciplined. Like I think I did mention that already. This person's very disciplined, or maybe that was group 1. This person's like very disciplined. They're very dedicated to their craft. Okay. Like I said, this is the kind of person who's like grunting. Oh my gosh. I need to bring some holy water for y'all or what? Oh my gosh. I'm hearing grunting while they're all up in it. That's not what I meant to say. They're grunting while they're answering you. You're like, oh, what do you want for dinner? Spaghetti good? Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? They could have like a really deep, gravelly voice as well, and that's very attractive. The meaning of the reason behind this whole reading is how attractive are they? They are panty melting, bone scream curdling, back breaking, hair pulling, over my knee spanking the booty in kind of person. That's it. Now, let's get into when you're going to meet this person. For my group 3s, please spare when are they going to meet their person? When are they going to meet this person, their future spouse? I'm hearing hulking. Maybe some of you are attracting a Hulk. I'm hearing 6'4". That would be something, wouldn't it? It's better to give this more time to come in. How rude. There is a blockage you are not aware of. Identify it and come back and ask again at a later time. You know what? These ain't really mean to come out. Let's put them back in and see what comes out. Ah! My group 3s. If these are the exact same cards, I'm beating down somebody out here. Because they said we said what we said, and I heard you, but still, that don't mean I gotta like it. Shoot. Look at that. This person gonna be telling you what to do, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's crazy. That's wild. Time frame is undetermined right now. Okay, I can kiss my booty. We have a few weeks. We have, it will happen right before the summer months. So whenever the time frame is determined, I suppose. Or it could be happening within a few weeks, right before the summer months, which is a few weeks still. Because we're in spring now. So the next 2 months or next 3 months is going to be giving spring before it goes into summer. So during spring, if you're watching right now, if not, within the next few months. Before the end of the year. And sometime before February. So right now we are in April. So sometime before next February, which would be a good 10 months. Okay. Before the end of the year, which is giving how many more? 8 months we have in the year. We have 8 more months in the year. We have a few weeks. Time frames undetermined right now, and it will happen right before the summer months. Okay. Very interesting, I would say. This person could be focused on work right now, which is why like time frames undetermined right now. They could be in a different country, and you're meant to meet in person for some of you. Maybe they're meant to meet next door. They're meant to move in next door or in the neighborhood, and they're like a few years away from that right now. You know, something like that could be an explanation. They're still be in an F-boy energy, not wanting to settle down. It could be a bunch of things, but just take it with a grain of salt. It is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading about when you'll meet your future spouse, I'm here. You would always, email me, and I got you guys. But yeah, as of right now, this person's giving off the charts hot, off the charts sexy, your dream guy, your dream person. And, it's giving you may move. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Look, you may move or they may move to find you or be with you, or you may move to be with them. Like, as soon as they give you that first zing-zong thing, that first night or that first whatever, you know what I mean? You have that first encounter. I'm moving in. I'm not leaving. What do you mean? Go home. This is my home. Right? Because you're going to be happy with this Queen of Wands. Like, oh, yeah. This is what I've been waiting for, child. But yeah, Capricorn came out twice. That's crazy for y'all, for real, for real. Like a very serious, stern, no-nonsense entrepreneur, getting the bag, kind of boss, in charge, CEO, like I said, wearing suits, telling you what to do, telling people what to do, right? Large and in charge, making all the important decisions, buying the house. You know what I mean? Being a provider kind of thing. That's what this person is coming through as. And that's very sexy. Okay, so the things they do as well as how they look like physically are the things that make them sexy. Okay? But we are getting beards, so this person could definitely grow a beard. That's sexy, right? They work hard for their money. They work hard for their money. Okay? They're always overseas, always traveling. I'm hearing to something in Danguilla, whatever. That song, then throw me on the grill, cause every day of the week you're my 5-course meal, for real. Tonight. Let me find that song. But before I do that, Capricorn is the teeth, the bones, the knees, and the skin. So this person, we already went over that they have really good skin, okay? Really nice teeth and bone structure. 8th house, Scorpio. Scorpio is the nose, the reproductive system, the colon, the bladder, okay? It's also the genitals, okay? So like I said, that zing-zong zing is coming through. Big D energy, okay? Now, first house is Aries, and Aries is the head. So a nice face, bone structure as well is coming through. We have Scorpio with Pluto transformation, and then Neptune will be Pisces. So ankles, lower legs, and feet is coming through for this person. They can have like very strong, I'm hearing calves as well. The bone structure is definitely coming through. It's giving Greek god or goddess. Okay. But okay. I remember the song now. I was singing it when I was looking it up. I'm like, what's the name of the song? But it says, ain't this what you came for? What? Don't you wish you came more? Girl, what you playing for? Come on. Come on, let me kiss that. Ooh, I know you missed that. What's wrong? Let me fix that. Twist that. Baby, tonight's the night. I'll let you know. Baby, tonight's the night we lose control. Baby, tonight you need that. Tonight believe that. Tonight I'll be the best you've ever had. I don't want to brag, but I'll be the best you've ever had. Like, I hit you with the best stroke. Freestyle and the breast stroke until you blowing cigarette smoke. And now the bed's broke. What is going on? And now the bed's broke. So what we gonna do now? F it. Round 2 now. That's crazy. Work it out, then we cool down, cool down. Okay, John, stop acting like you was like that with your little small behind. Shut up. This person could be a crooner. They singing and saying nasty stuff in your ear. They are. This person is. I'm not even going to put it past them. But just from this one picture, I swear, I started hearing this song, but I was hearing Ludacris's part. And he's like, something fly you, private jet to something. Let me look for it in this lyrics right here. Fly in my private jet to villas in Anguilla. Then throw you on the grill. Okay. She's like, she know I beat it up like the Thriller in Manila. Fly in my private jets to villas in Anguilla. Then throw you on the grill. That's because 7 days a week, you're my 5-course meal. For real. This song. It's Tonight, parentheses, Best You Ever Had by John Legend featuring Ludacris. But this here was giving me many villas or many houses around the world. And the song started coming through, flying my something to villas in Anguilla. Y'all heard me trying to get it. But this is the song that was coming through for y'all, child. And it makes a lot of sense, child. He said, now the bed is broke. So what we gonna do now? F it. Round 2 now. What do you mean? It's giving y'all demon time. Get out. No, that's enough with you and your person. Both of y'all yelling your nasties. And I love it. But anyway, tonight I'll be the best you ever had. Like, they don't want to brag. Yes, y'all do. Shut up. Group 2, 3, future spouse. You lie. I'm done. But yeah, I hope this really resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. As always, I will see gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Have fun with this person, y'all. Hello, my gorgeous group 4s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 4, however you got here, group 4, number 4, welcome to your reading. Today's reading is going to be about how attractive will your future spouse be. Okay, how attractive will that man, that woman, that person be? Now, if you hear all that annoying noise in the background, Connecticut is outside the building right now doing ridiculousness. They was messing with the wires and work got cut off early because all the electronics went out. It's back on now, but at that point, they said go home. I stayed behind to do some readings for y'all, okay? Dedication, right? I know. You're welcome. Let me stop. But you are, for real. Anyway. Today we're going to be getting into how attractive your future spouse will be. So if you hear that and all that noise in the background, that's why. I tried to put on my headphones to stop the noise. So yeah, let's get right into it though. How attractive will your future spouse be? Group 1, 2, and 3 were all very interesting in their own ways. I'm excited for your group. How attractive will they be? We've gotten, and at the end, if you stay towards the end, we'll get when you'll meet them. So time frames. Okay, so every group has been very juicy. Very juicy. You guys are getting the intellectual, the very deep thinker, the artist, the philosopher. That's what's coming through. Because we have the the King of Cups here. So someone who's older than you. Someone who's like, settled down. They work out. They look young for their age. And they have gray hair. Obviously, you can see they're grown. Okay, mature. Energy here. They're very it's definitely giving someone who has worked so hard all their life they have to fight, and now they're kind of ready to settle down. They have like a routine. They don't work. They have like, they've saved all this money. They've invested it. They stay at home. They go and travel. They have like a ritual. They meditate. They use their sound bowl. They go on vacations and mind their business. You know what I mean? You can meet your person on a vacation for, you know, that's been coming through a lot, where you may meet your person as well. And when you'll meet them at the end, we're going to pull some cards for that. But during the reading, how you may meet them has been coming through for all three, now four. So on a vacation on an island somewhere, this person is very in tune with their emotions, in tune with the earth, in tune with their emotional and intuitive world. They're very spiritual, this person. Okay. They connect very deeply with water, the deep blue sea. So they could have a house by the water. Because then even in this Queen of Swords card that came out for your person as well, we have like blue in the background. And it kind of looks like she's by water, but I also know she's in the sky, but it looks like water. So blue could be their signature color. Their favorite color could be blue. They could have really big, bright, vibrant blue eyes as well. I'm hearing very intense and like electric blue eyes. But yeah, definitely somebody who's older, someone who takes care of their body, someone has like a nice muscle. Look at this man here. Look at his hands. This is a man. Yes, all that emphasis was necessary because this is a man. Yeah. Like, I'm not getting man's man. It's not giving outdoorsy. It's not giving, that was like more so, group. They could be outdoorsy. Who knows? It came through, whatever. They could be outdoorsy. They sail, you know. This is like giving distinguished, grown man. They sail with their friends. They go on cruises. They have a yacht. Okay, they have a yacht. They have like a house by the sea, and they have their, I'm hearing their own private island for in the most extreme. Everybody here ain't gonna find a man with their own private island. Just stop playing and don't be claim it for yourself if you want. I ain't trying to knock you, okay? But every person watching this reading is not gonna have a person who doesn't own their own private island. But it's giving a lot of solitude by themselves. They have their own house by the sea, and they have like a house, a boat. They go out. They can have a houseboat, honestly, as well. They can live on a houseboat. And they use it to sail around the world. And that's so beautiful, but I'm too scary for that. I need my man on the land. Because the sea and me, nah, I too scared. Okay? Especially after watching that movie Adrift years ago. Heck no. We gonna be on the sea. I mean, stop it. See, look at them saying, no, we gonna be on the sea. No! This is not my future spouse though, so let me not even try to intrude. But, nah. They sailing, they hair in the wind, they grown, they're mature, they're very intellectual as well. Conversation, they're gonna woo your socks off is what I'm hearing. Talk your socks off. And look how this lady also has gray hair. Oh, so y'all giving you a nice grown mature person. You could be grown and mature yourself. So like you, like maybe you were married already, got a divorce, because Queen of Swords is the divorcee. And this person you're meeting later on in life. And you're both grown. Kids moved out, don't have no kids. The other card that came through is the Knight of Cups, a very romantic at heart. If you should survive to 105, think it all you derive, that is being alive. And here is the best part, you've got a head start. If you are among the very young at heart. Young at Heart by Frank Sinatra is coming through. He also came through another reading, not telling you to go to another reading, because unless you choose, you plan on having multiple future spouses. The other group where Frank came through could be your pile also as well. Because we're doing 4 piles here. What if your future spouse were to watch my reading? The pile that also had Frank Sinatra could be describing you, of course, because this is your future spouse. You're theirs. Okay? But he just come through another reading. I don't remember at this point. It just came back to me. Yes, I do, but I'm not going to say. Knight of Cups. And we have King of Cups. Like, very emotionally intelligent person. Very giving person. I'm hearing they won the genetic lottery. And that makes a lot of sense if they're still young at heart. And also young in mind, body, and spirit. And they look young physically. They're very generous. They're going to give you stuff. Buy you stuff. They got Myrnies. Okay. And they ain't afraid to spend it on you. And they ain't afraid to spend it on you. This is someone who likes to go out and have a good time as well. and they look like they're like very jovial. They're like the happy older guy. They're the friendly one, the open one, you know? They're just living life, having a good old time, and nothing's like holding them back. That's it. I'm not gonna take any more cards because that's how the reading gets so long. Dag. But yeah, the Four of Wands, this could be you meet someone like this is gonna be the older guy at a festival. It's giving pothead for some of you, older pothead, very chill, you know what I mean? Can hang out with the young kids and get along with them very well. And if they don't look their age, then you would never know they're older unless they have like gray hair or something, or you know, more wrinkles than you do. But they like can drink you under the table, smoke you under the table, because they've had years to hone that, you know. So it would make sense. But they love to have a good time, and they look like they've had a good time in life. They have the laugh lines, the crow's feet, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. They have like a very jovial, I'm hearing like Santa Claus vibes to this person. They don't got to be big and husky like Santa Claus. But they have like the friendly, rosy cheeks. You know, maybe this person has rosacea, so they have like natural blush to their cheeks. And it's funny because I was at like an event last week, and I met this girl. And I'm like, girl, I love your blush. And she's like, girl, it's rosacea. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, and it was in the perfect spot too on both sides of her cheeks. I'm like, that's crazy. She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, you're gorgeous either way, and she really was. So your person could be gorgeous. How attractive are they? They're very attractive. They're very attractive. Let me stop. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I've been acting up today. I've been acting up today. I may have energy because I didn't work the full day today. So I have extra energy to act a fool. But I'm so sorry. This person could be like very loud. You know, they're very funny. They like to laugh. I'm hearing a big belly laugh, okay? This person could have thick hair is what I'm hearing as well. For those of you who are attracting someone younger, they could have the sides of their head shaved off and like a coif or some hair at the top, because that's what this Knight of Cups always gives me. They could have been an F-boy in their youth as well, as what I'm hearing. This person, if they're older. So you're attracting an older man or older woman or older person that they have F-boy, but okay. Move, get off me. They still have a very young heart that wants to fall in love. So they may have never been in love properly. They've never been married, and they want to marry you. And that's where that youthfulness is coming from. They still are as romantic as they were when they were younger, right? Is what I'm getting as well. But they could have also still been an F-boy. Okay, that's their past though, so let's stop. If there's someone who is still a little bit younger, they could still have some F-boy tendencies, right? Okay, now the next card we have is the Ten of freaking Pentacles. Oh my gosh! This person's like giving dad bod. They're always smiling. They're very friendly, very open. They're the attractive dad at all the places that you go to. Like at school, all the PTA mamas, married or single, have a crush on them. They could be somebody's work husband. They could be somebody's something. But they're just like the perpetual single bachelor. But if they have kids, they's the sexy daddy. They's the DILF. If they have kids, they's the MILF. And they can want to have more kids because look, we have this really young child, these older parents. Maybe you both have kids that are younger, but it didn't work out with the parents you guys were with, the baby mom, baby fathers, whatever. And now you have young kids trying to fall in love again. Or you meet them when they're older and have kids with them while they're older, right? You know, because that's your daddy. Let me stop. That's your kid's future daddy, your mammy. Okay? And that's what's kind of coming through here for me. They are at all the kids' events. They're saying hi to all the other parents at the parent-teacher conference. They go into the conferences. They're going to be a very involved father for your kids. That's something that's coming through. And that has not come through yet for any of the groups. So they're going to be a very involved father. They're giving a really nice father, someone you can depend on. Someone's going to be there for you, who's going to hold you when you're crying, going to pick you up when you feel like you can't get up and move any farther. They're very positive. They're very grounding. They're very spiritual. And they're going to show you spirit. They're going to teach you. They're going to be a teacher to you for sure. This is sexy. Hold on. Let me choose powerful. Let me stop, because the rest of the girls were good too. So I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all gonna be having some good future spouses out there for y'all. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Okay. But Ten of Pentacles is definitely giving me. Look at how the girl's holding his pentacle, and then we have this mom there flirting with him. He's like, nah, I got a woman. I got a woman at home. Bye. Right? But they're just very friendly as well. They stop and have conversation with the other faculty, or they stop and have a conversation with the teacher, or like I say, your person could be a teacher or a retired teacher. But there's something like very jovial and open and warm about them. Stable, grounding. This person is definitely giving like, who is he reminding me of? What's his name? Gerard Butler. Y'all know who that is? This guy is giving me a Gerard Butler vibe. Like, that's the kind of definition they have, where he's like brolic, but not like too muscle heady. You know what I mean? And this guy here is giving like a regular jeans. You know, it's giving what do they call it? A tuxedo. A blue jean tuxedo or something they call it. There's a specific name for it when you have like a jeans thing and a different jeans thing and whatever. But they dress really well for an old guy. Let me stop. We have another guy coming through with gray hair. Yeah, this person's going to be older than you. I said what I said. They're very young at heart. They can go and party with like it's nobody's business. Here we have the Tower in reverse. They look, I'm hearing rakish, devil-may-care-ish. Their hair is windy and windswept and wild and, you know, maybe curly or unruly is what I'm hearing. They can have a very unruly attitude and look about them until they smile and then you melt. Oh, this is so sweet. I'm glad I did 4 piles. I ain't doing 5. Move. Who said that? No. I'm ready to go. They can have like a very, I'm saying nubile. They're older, but they have like a very youthful body. This is coming through. I'm trying to find someone that you would know to look up to see how they may look like body wise. Hold on. Gotta stretch. I'm sorry if that was very loud in your ear. That was nice. Okay. Yeah, they could be a little old and creaky. A nice stretch will get them right. Did Carnison leave? Oh, that's so nice. How beautiful for us. Now, hopefully, it's more peaceful. This person's very playful. I'm hearing play wrestling, play fighting. I just looked out the window, and there was this little boy. He was getting more so teenager, but he was a young dude walking about like punching the air. I'm like, is this what we do now? Let me stop bothering people, kids. Yeah, he's walking by and like punching the air and stuff like that. I love that he's carefree like that. This person doesn't really care who's looking at them or who's around. They're just very much themselves, and that's very refreshing. This person's very refreshing. They could be like a very cool, like, pool of water to you. Like, your song is like more hot and spicy, and this song's like more cool, calm, and collected. Like, they're unruffled. Like, you can start cussing and getting crazy, but they're gonna stay very composed. Not that you should be cussing and getting crazy with them. Relax, group 4. Okay? But you could be, and they're gonna stay very calm, cool, and collected, which is why we have the Tower in reverse. But I am definitely on like a rakish, devil-may-care, like handsome devil is what I'm hearing. They have like a very charming smile. Panty melting smile. When they're ready is what I just heard. Ew, get out. Good day. And I said good day. Let's keep going. I don't want this reading to be too long. We're already 15 minutes in. This is like, yeah. This person's like wearing muscle tees. They're wearing regular clothes. But unlike Group 2's people, it's still stylish. Group 2's people was not giving stylish at all. They're men. Because we have like a very strong feminine energy coming through. But they're like relaxed, they're laid back, and they're chill. But it's still giving like fashionable, right? Because if you see these 3 men here, some of you, like if you're watching for females, they could be like a very like punk rock, leather jacket, you know, all black, different colored hair kind of vibe. That could be their thing. Very freedom loving, you know. They love to show off their legs and their back. They have a really good back. If Libra comes through, that's confirmation. But in all these 3 cards here, we have like a very laid back approach. Here we have the jeans and his toes just all out. This is definitely giving me that kind of person. They walk around with like outside with their feet all out. This is, I don't know. There's a specific person that I keep seeing when I see this guy here, but it's not fully coming through. But there's definitely someone that I've seen in a movie or a show or something. They walk around barefoot. They walk outside barefoot. They want to be comfortable. They're one with earth, one with nature. They can be a little bit of a hippie vibe is what I'm getting. They smoke pot and stuff like that, things like that. But here we have the muscle. See that, so they're showing their nice defined arms. It's not giving like jacked, but it's giving well defined. Okay, they could wear like beads, bracelets, stuff like that. Okay, they, like I said, they're giving scrumdiddly. I'm sure they have nice lips, very kissable lips. But they have like a very serene energy, right? Like I said, windswept hair, and it would make sense that they just came from riding in their yacht, or their boat. They just came from sailing. Their hair would be windswept, right? But regular shirt and jeans, but it looks sexy, rakish, roguish, right? Here we have another guy who's just wearing jeans and a tee, but he has them rolled up at the bottoms. His arms are showing a little bit outside of it. He has them rolled up and he has some Converses on. It's giving roguish, cute. Still very attractive and just a tad bit fashionable even. And then here we have this older guy with his whatever they call that. He's wearing I don't know what kind of shirt that would be called. Like a button down, a jeans shirt or something like that. Or a flannel shirt or something like that with some jeans. What his shoes looking like? Just some regular shoes, They're giving regular, everyday Joe Schmo. They could even look like Joe Penn Badgley from You. But they're giving regular Joe Schmo vibes. But they still look good as hell. Oh, yes, Father God, let me stop. Oh, boy, I don't know how to act sometimes. But it's fine. If you're here, you love it. If you don't, then, meh. You wasn't invited anyway. Let me stop. What will their future, how attractive will their future spouse be? What will they look like? They could be a musician, or they love to go to music venues. That could be another place you meet your person, at a music venue. This is giving me Coachella at a festival as well. So out and about and on the town, having a good old time, having the time of their lives, y'all. If this is a female, they can have dreads. I'm not getting that much for a guy. Here we have Mahatvatar Babaji. This came here in group 1, so let's put him back. If he comes back out, I'll take him. My group 4s, I want different people. We have all these cards. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, I don't know what this look is, but it's definitely giving this kind of energy for your person. Long, flowy white thing, white shirts. Those, what are those shirts called? They're cloth, and they have 2 lapels that are open, and you'll see a little bit of chest hair, but they're not like buttons. It's just like a very loose, flowy white shirt for my men and my women coming through here. Very beachy, beach bum kind of energy for your person. The loose, flowy, not so constricting and tight clothing is what this person loves. But we have Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. This person being in a meditative state here, also having really light, almost white colored hair, is definitely giving the vibe of this person meditating and getting closer to spirit, closer to God, very spiritual energy. I'm not getting religious, I'm getting spiritual. They have beliefs, and they follow those beliefs. They could wear crystals and stones and stuff like that. Totems, because he's wearing a fish necklace in this card here. There's a fish around his neck right there. But yeah, this guy, look at that. This guy makes casual look very sexy. Okay, here we have Sanat Kumara, light activation, shine your light. Another very white, fair-haired person. So pale, white, Caucasian person coming through. And it says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So this is definitely much giving leader of the household. They're showing you where to go. They're guiding you. They're your guiding light in the household. And look at that. Those are that electric blue eyes come through that I was telling you about at the beginning of the reading. I ain't forget. And he has this like sword of light and truth coming through here. So this person is a truth speaker for sure. Man or woman, they speak the truth. Here we have 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐬, cloak of wisdom, which makes sense. Someone who's older, wise, or, you know, how the whole spiel goes. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. This person does trust themselves very deeply. And I feel like you feel safe with them. That's how you know this is your future spouse. Because you feel safe with them. And you may not have had that privilege in your life to feel safe with someone and still be able to have a good time and them not be boring and a fuddy-duddy. You feel safe. You can lay on their chest and listen to their heartbeat. And you feel the safest you've ever felt with this person laying in their arms. I'm hearing after the deed. Oh, I'm getting chills. Ew, no. Ew. And it's not giving raunch the way group 3 was. It's giving intimacy. And that makes my skin crawl even more. Because intimacy and me don't mix well. I have intimacy with myself, with other people. I'm like, get out my face. Oh. Okay. You heard me now. That could be you, honestly. But it is definitely me as well. But, ew. Like, yeah, you're in the bed. I'm getting a visual. Like, after the deed, y'all worn out, y'all tired, then y'all laying down, you know, this person's like kind of falling asleep and you're just up and thinking about, like, wow, like, I'm getting emotional. Ew, get out! No, we're not doing this, guys. No, absolutely not. But yeah, you're laying on their chest after it happened. You're feeling the most safe you've ever felt. Oh, I'm getting emotional. No. Yeah, this person like opens up your emotions. That's crazy. Like, and you're just like, wow, I've never felt this way with anyone ever. You're not gonna have me crying on my own channel. Don't do it right now. But it's just that deep. It's like really deep, intimate energy. Like the intimacy is coming through. Like, yeah, I was, you know, yeah, I was effing. Yeah, I was knocking boots and all that. I'm sorry. But after that, just laying there in the peace with this person, like under the sheets, you're laying on their chest, and it's just like, bliss. You know, it's like you feel like you're in the cocoon of God. You're in heaven right now, you know? Like you're in your own little bubble, a light bubble with this person, and they're dozing off next to you, and you're just laying there awake, feeling all these emotions, wondering what the heck, where has this person been all my life, and I'm glad that I found them, and just like really replete is what I'm hearing, like completely content in this person's arms. And that's why they're the calm to your storm. And yeah, I was getting that earlier when I'm like, you're the one that's cussing everybody out, or you're the fire and they're the water, and they know how to like douse you and cool you down, and you know. But they're the opposite of a catastrophe. They're like your peace, your salvation kind of energy. But anyway, we're getting out of this energy. There's a deep intimacy here between you guys. A deep one. And yeah, I'm just getting that energy of just laying on their chest, listening to their heartbeat. And they're just like in their own little world. You don't know what they're thinking, but you're just wondering. And you're very much in your body right now. It's giving grounded. They ground you through that act, you know? And even though most people would be like, huffing and puffing, y'all are like very just, you know, chilling, breathing each other's air, hanging. I'm getting like a nice cool room in the winter. I'm leaving. I'm gonna head out. Yeah, y'all under the sheets cuddling. This could even be on somebody's boat as well, because I was like getting a little bit like bobbing water maybe, or things moving because you're on the water. Okay, anyway, it could be like really quiet as well. You're able to be quiet with this person. It doesn't always have to be loud and rambunctious, but this person's giving beard as well. So is he. And even so is this Knight of Cups in a way. He has like a little bit of a smattering of hair on the sidelines of his jaw. And then it's like a goatee where it connects, that kind of energy. But it's not giving full beard for this Knight of Cups, but it is for the rest of the cards. And look, he has the same exact thing in this card here. It's not a full-on beard. If you can see what I'm saying, it's not a full-on beard, but he has hair coming down, covering his chin, and then covering the top of his lip. I don't know what that's called, but it's giving facial hair. But it's not a full-on beard. This guy, I can show it to you perfectly here as well. Like, he has a full-on beard, but it's kind of like shaved down more, where more of his cheeks are showing. It's thinner, I should say. So it's a beard, but thinner. And it's not like hanging down. But this guy has a full-on beard. So your person can have a full-on beard as well. They can have like a very, you know, tan skin. I don't know what religion he would be from. Maybe I should look in the book. But we have 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐬. very tan complexion, and he has green eyes, very pretty eyes. This person could also have very thick eyebrows that came through as well. This person, yeah, they have those ice blue electric eyes, and it's like, what? Who's you looking at, boy? Get out my face. Oh boy, y'all try to joke y'all with through everything. Stop playing group 4. Get into this feeling. Stop playing. Like, I can run from it, you can't. It's not fair, I don't care. Let me look in the book I'll look in the book after for who that is. Let's keep going. And we have Odin. Oh, this is a sexy movo. Look at that. A full-on Viking. Oh, yes. This is a very sexy older gentleman. If it hasn't come through 15 million times at this point. Psychic insight. Yeah, this person's a psychic, okay? They can know how to read runes. They do the tarot. They do the, I'm hearing water. They read water. They scry. They have the crystals. But yeah, anyway, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Now, guys, I don't think I've ever gotten Odin from this deck. I've gotten all these other cards. I've never gotten him. So, grown man energy coming out for your grown man here. This is like Viking warrior kind of energy, but this is like a very, it's not giving like, battle cry warrior. It's giving spiritual warrior. They're going to fight for your soul, right? Oh, this is, I'm getting chills and I don't like it. And now we have Mother Mary, love and peace. Yeah, this person's all love, peace, light, love and light kind of energy. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Very healing energy. I do believe this person isn't all like, rainbows and sunshine. They do have like a more assertive, manly side. But more than anything, they're very cool, calm, collected, chill. You can't really get them out of character too much. They're not going to be screaming and cussing with you kind of energy. They're going to be like, okay, I'm going to need you to go sit down and come back to me when you can talk properly, putting you in your place in that kind of way. Not like, you said dusty, you're dusty, but, they're not going to be cussing you out and all that kind of thing. They're going to be like, hey, fix your attitude. That's so sexy. Good day. And I said good day. But anyway, they're going to be like, yeah, you have attitude right now. Get it together. I don't want to deal with you when you're like this. Go cool off and come back and talk to me when you can have an actual conversation. It's giving father, right? This person could definitely be like, yeah, older than you. And they're like, okay, we too grown for this. I'm too grown, most definitely, for all this screaming and fighting back and forth. Go get your life together and come back and find me when you know how to articulate yourself without screaming. Okay. And you're like, yes, daddy. Like, what's that scene? There's a scene with the Whitney and what's the guy's name from In Living Color or A Different World or something like that. And he's like, I think they had an argument the night before. And he's like, you never gonna leave the house angry again. And I'm not gonna be going back and forth with you and playing these games. You either with me or you're not. He's like, I'm gonna drop you quicker than a something. And she's like, yes, daddy, or something like that. And the shout. Let me look it up. Okay, guys, I unplugged the headphones for a second so you can hear the portion. I found the video, but I have to look through another video. But it's basically, it says it's Dwayne putting Whitley in check, A Different World. But this is the exact scene that I was talking about, so just give me a second. I'll press play.
You are my woman, and I love you. But if you ever tell me that you are not speaking to me for a week again, I will drop you like a bad habit.
Whatever it is, I will love
Why
it.
did they cut out her part saying, yes, Big Daddy, or something like that? Stop playing. But anyway, this whole video is the cutest thing ever because he's always putting her in her place, telling her to mind her business, all that kind of stuff. Where's the part right here?
Ron and his daddy. Whitley, this is between Ron and his daddy.
Are you saying this is none of my business?
There you go.
Please stop calling here.
Like, they're the cutest thing ever. They're the cutest thing ever. But it's definitely giving a Dwayne. He's very, educated, very composed, very, not someone you would think when you put her in her place, maybe a little nerdy or something like that, but giving like a very just honest stand-up guy, right? And he's always telling her what to do, be quiet. And he's like, if you ever tell me you're not speaking to me like for a week, I will drop you like a bad habit. And he said what he said. I'm going to find the clip. Okay, so I found a different part of the clip, but let's see what comes through with this one.
I have to blackmail you to help him.
You don't.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I love it when you take charge. This person's definitely gonna be doing that and push your buttons. He's like, you knew I was a sports fan before we got together, so spare me those 10-minute dramatics when I want to go to a game with my friends. Like, this person's gonna be putting you in your place, okay? And I love that because, period. I think you need that, honestly. But let's get into 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲. Let's see what he's about. But that's kind of what I was getting with 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲 60. Like, go sit down in the corner until you're ready to talk and then come back and talk to me. Don't be throwing little tantrums. So, 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲, pronounced 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲, okay, thank you for correcting me, is an ascended master who appears as a well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. His teachings were brought to the world by Madame Blavatsky in the 19th century. There are many different theories as to his true identity. Many believe he was a wandering man known as Rishi in India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit with very few material possessions. This person on a sailboat, a minimalist could be who this person is, okay? Others believe him to have been well-educated Sikh spiritual leader who was given, very well-educated, that part, who was given a pseudonym to protect his true identity. I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of his need for material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond the limits set by others and cultivate a personal connection to God. Yeah, period. Now, let's go to Odin. He's 86. That's the only person I didn't really know much about. But yeah, very beautiful guy either. He's dressed very well dressed, and he has these beautiful green eyes. He comes from money, but may have chose the path, I'm hearing, of least resistance. But no, he chose the path of, minimalistic living instead. 86. Odin is the Norse all-father. Yeah, daddy. Stop playing, bro. Confirmation after confirmation, but we were getting older, so it makes sense. Who is revered to the present day. He is a powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing god. His twin flame is Freya, and like her, he has a raven totem. The story goes that he surrendered one of his eyes at a mystical spring called Mimir so that he could gain the wisdom of the ages. He is a strong but somewhat wild character who helps us reawaken our natal psychic instincts and open our third eye so we can look beyond the physical senses, beyond the physical. This person's very good at that. They could love to, let go of their life and go on, sailing through the world or around the world and just only have them in their boat and what they need, right? He also helps us recognize that it's okay to have insights into what's happening next. After all, we are the creators of our path. Odin guards the runic alphabet too and works closely with signs, symbols, and omens. So this person can read those very well. Look beyond the physical senses and into the spiritual realms. Where I cut off. Sorry if I didn't finish the sentence. But this person does look beyond the physical. They're more so emotional and spiritual for sure. So let's get the dice, and then we're going to get when you might meet this person, and that's your match. Your person. So far we have, let's do this again, because Pluto's been coming through for everybody. Okay, we have Saturn. That makes more sense to me, because I kind of interfered with when it would stop, and it was right over here, so we'll just do it again. Yeah, Saturn coming through is giving very stern, no-nonsense kind of energy. Saturn is also someone who's gone through a lot. Saturn is also grown folk energy, okay? Saturn is a malefic, I would say, but it's also, it's malefic to help you get to your greater good, It's teaching you the harsh lessons, so you can become someone better and live a better, happier life, essentially, you know? You go through the bad to get to the good. And you come out with wisdom, exactly. So this person has been through a lot. We have Venusian, we have Venus coming through, so this person is very attractive, since that's what the reading is all about. This person is very attractive. We have 11th house. They can also be really good at talking, speaking, expressing themselves. They could give speeches and advice really well. 11th house is Aquarius energy. So there is something very eccentric about their personality or the way that they communicate, maybe. They have a large friend group that kind of spans all across the world as well. Because if you're grown, that tends to happen. You don't all your friends don't end up in the same place. You could have met friends in middle school that moved overseas, friends in high school that moved somewhere else in a different state, and then friends you made throughout your life that ended up moving in different places, family who lived in different places. This person could have migrated a lot, you know? I'm hearing an implant. So they may not, where you meet them, they may be from somewhere like a different place than where you're originally from or where you meet them. Could be something coming through. And that would make sense. I mean, that's kind of a given because you were getting that you would meet this person at like an outside having fun at a festival, stuff like that. So it would make sense that everyone comes from everywhere to come to certain festivals, especially like festivals like Coachella or something. But yeah, 11th house, they have a lot of friends. I'm hearing friends in high places, friends in low places. I've got friends in low places. I'm hearing that song. Now I've got friends in low places. Where the whiskey something. So it goes, because I've got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. Oasis water, right? Oh, I've got friends in low places. Okay. This is like one of the first country songs I fell in love with. I'm like, this is so... Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, I was the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne and I toasted you. I said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. I can't. Garth Brooks is a fool. But anyway, that song is coming through, but I also believe this person does have friends in high places as well. So low places, high places, they've been all around the world, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, and they've met all kinds of people. Now, we have 4th house energy, so home is important to them. Wherever their home may be. They could also be built, like, very stably, like, if that makes, like, physically. Because we have 4 of wands, then we have 4, and they all mean, like, stability. They all represent structure, stature. So maybe a little bit tall. I don't think this person's like giving me super tall. They're not giving me over 6 feet. They could be. It doesn't, you know. They're giving definitely like, you know, above average height, but they're not giving me like 6'4", 5', 6'7". They're not giving me like hulking form. They're just giving me like, you know, regular vibes. But 4th house is like structure though. They do have some, you know, muscle to them. Some strength. It's definitely giving me this person can like do like hard back work. They do work. Okay, where did the other... I'm like, wait. And then look, we have Cancer, and it's so funny. I'm like, where did the other dice go? They're supposed to be 6. It fell out over the King of Cups. That is the cutest thing ever. The King of Cups is Scorpio, though, but it's cute as well. Cancer and 4th house means the same thing, okay? Cancer is... They have a nice chest. And it's funny how I was mentioning laying on their chest earlier. Coincidence? I think not. Okay? Then we have Aquarius. Aquarius rules the ankles, lower legs, and circulatory system. I also heard somewhere that Aquariuses have really good skin. Okay? Saturn is Capricorn, so they have nice teeth, bones, and skin. Exactly, so it came through anyway. 4th house is Cancer, and Cancer rules over the stomach and the booty. But I mean the breasts. What am I saying? Sorry. I just don't want to say breasts. I want to say boobs, but whatever came through, came through. Cancer's the chest and upper tummy. Okay, and then we have, wow, we have, I'm saying Scorpio, now we saying Cancer, Capricorn coming through again. So we have Saturn and then we have Capricorn, which is teeth, bones, knees, and skin. So they can have those mega knees if they're a guy or a girl. I'm sorry that I've been focusing so much on guy stature, but I feel like that's what's coming through mostly in this group. There is one group that had mostly female, so you could go watch that group we felt called to. That's probably the same group where I got the other Frank Sinatra song as well. So I'll just tell you group 2. If you felt called to, if you're looking for mostly women, maybe that group is the best for you. But if you're here for a man, that's what we kind of got here. We got one woman coming through. We got 2 actually. This lady kind of gives me alien. You know the alien emoji? She kind of gives me that vibe. That face, the eyes are like very luminous and big. This person can have like laminated eyebrows as well. But their eyes like too almost too big for their face. It's like prominent. But they're also really pretty as well. Or it could just mean their eyes are prominent and it's something you notice. Okay? But definitely with Aquarius coming through, it's definitely maybe unusual looks. Because even here with the eyes, we have Odin. He gave up on his eyes to be able to see everything and know everything. So they could be missing an eye. They have 2 different colored eyes, heterochromia coming through. That could be something coming through for sure. And that would be something unique about them, right? Exactly. But yeah, and then we also have Mother Mary, the other woman that came through, and she seems like very beautiful as well. Another person's like really big. Look at those eyes. They're so round. They're so round. Really round eyes. A really cute nose. And then nice skin. If this woman does makeup, you're watching for a woman, their makeup is like top tier. They have the laminated eyebrows. They have like I'm hearing the lashes. They get their lashes done. Okay. But it's there are some young people coming through, some young men coming through, but they're being overpowered by the older guys. I feel like the personality still fits. This person, like a younger person, their skin looks really well. I mean, looks really good as well. It shines, it glows. They have really good skin. Okay. And like really big eyes. Their eyes has been all through all the readings. Like they glow in a weird way. It almost looks like alien eyes. You know how some people have eyes that are scary? Your person's giving that. Like they have that really green, that really like really pale blue, and it looks almost like an alien eye. Like that's the kind of eyes this person has. It looks like that's something that's like, oh, that's different, you know? Venus is Taurus and Libra. So Taurus is like the throat and that could be a confirmation, sorry. Yeah, Taurus is the throat and it's the mouth, okay? Keith already came through. And then we have Libra, and Libra is the back. In some instances, you know, you never really know. But yeah. So thankfully I caught myself before I cleared away your cards and stuff to see that I forgot to do the time frames. But also for some of you, your future spouse, for some of you, they're going to look very feminine, whether they're a man or not. And then others of you, they're going to look very masculine, whether they're a man or not, okay? That's something coming through. A very masculine guy, and then others are going to be like a very feminine looking guy. That's something that I was also realizing since I separated them very, like, I didn't even realize. Because over here, we have Lady Venus and we have Sanat Kumara, and they're very, like, you know, pale and feminine looking, okay? And then on this side, we have Kutumi and we have Odin, and they're very masculine looking, especially Odin. So I kind of separated them without realizing it. And then right in the middle, I put the lady in the middle that looks more like, you know, a regular kind of lady, you know. But anyway, let's get into the time frames. For my group 4s, please, Spirit, when will they meet their future spouse, please? When will they meet this one that's coming through in the reading, y'all? Don't play with me, because y'all gonna have many future spouses. When will they meet this future spouse, please, Spirit? You guys, your cards are not being talkative at all.
My group 4s, please. Okay, like that. Group 4. When will they meet this future spouse, please? Spirit, when will they meet this future spouse? When? Oh my gosh. These are a lot. Let's see. So we have before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, we have you are experiencing hesitation. Be clear with your desires and the time frame is within 10 months. Very interesting. And I'm seeing 222 as I finish reading this. You are experiencing hesitation. Be clear with your desires and the time frame is within 10 months. Okay. You are experiencing fear with the thought of change. Eliminate the fear and the time frame is within half a year. So it's still giving within the year, which is very interesting. It's come through for all 4 groups, I guess now. It's not really giving years and years, and I'm pretty sure there is. So you guys have some, a little bit of work to do. But I'm not sure what time frame they have in this deck. But every time I pull from it recently, it's giving like short time frames, which I love. Because of course you want to find out future spouses as soon as possible, right? What you mean? Anyway, we have there's a blockage you are not aware of. Identify it, then come back and ask again at a later time. Very interesting. Okay, you're experiencing fear, you're experiencing hesitation. What we are experiencing. We have you have to remain consistently positive. Once that happens within 2 months. Okay, so consistently positive, period. That shouldn't be too, I'm speaking for myself here. That shouldn't be too hard. You have to remain consistently positive once that happens 2 months. Or within 2 months. Then the last one we have is a few weeks. Okay, good day. So, of course, we're all at different stages in our life, so take this with a grain of salt, okay? If the other ones you're experiencing fear, hesitation, there's a blockage. If those don't resonate at all, then it's giving before the end of the year. You have to stay happy consistently within 2 months and then a few weeks, okay? And I feel like now is the perfect time for like festivals because we're getting into spring and summer. So it would make a lot of sense if you are going to more festivals and this person is as well. And you kind of meet them in that kind of way. That vibe is coming through for you guys, okay? Now's the time people are going sailing, getting back out on their boats because it's getting warmer outside. So like during the summer maybe could be important before it gets like too cold again. Go out and do stuff like that. Go on the water, go to the beach. You can meet this person at the beach, okay? Things like that. No, that was for group 3, sorry. Maybe go traveling as well. Go on planes. Go on cruises. Stuff like that. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. Anyway, we're here for how attractive they are. And they're very, very, very attractive. Like, I'm hearing 10 out of 10. Or at least 8 to 10. You know what I mean? For you anyway. I think if this is your future spouse, what I'm getting is like how attractive they will be for you. And it's giving very attractive, okay? Especially because they're giving older, distinguished, a little rough, a little not rough. Some of them will look feminine. Some of them will look masculine. It's just all over the place. But yeah. Now, back to your reading. I think that's all that I'm getting though for your person. I hope this reading resonated. And I said this was going to be short, the last I tell. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.